A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
If you like good beer, you'll find it pays to be curious and learn about Schlitz for yourself. And now, The Halls of Ivy. That surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far away. Welcome again to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. It's an old American custom, when an individual achieves preeminence in any particular field, to ascribe to him a wisdom and clairvoyance embracing the entire field of human activity. Thus, a millionaire bobby pin manufacturer becomes the authority on Soviet expansion in the Near East, and a ranking first baseman is automatically raised to the top level of experts on agrarian economy. But the perennial target for the opinion seekers is a college president. Comes a dull day in the editorial room, and he's the publisher's personal pigeon. So, at the home of Dr. William Todd Hunter Hall, president of Ivy College, and his wife, the former Victoria Cromwell of the London stage, we find a reporter from the Ivy News, a Mr. Crane, whose 34th question is...
Do you consider soil erosion a serious threat to our national prosperity, Dr. Hall?
I haven't the slightest idea, Mr. Crane. I've read 2 books which say it is, and 1 book and 3 articles which say it is nonsense. In this matter, you may put me down as a confused neutral.
That's about 20 times I've had to put you in the no opinion column, Doc. It's refreshing to meet somebody who's too wise to be too smart.
Oh, I'm not trying to parade any particular wisdom, Mr. Crane. But there are a few subjects on which I am not a qualified expert.
That's what I mean. It's refreshing. You'd be surprised at the buttonheads I interview who know everything about everything. Now then, who do you figure to cop the pennant this year?
Victoria, who do you think will cop the pennant this year?
The White Sox.
The Chicago White Sox?
For your information, Mr. Crane, my wife has never made a wrong World Series prediction.
Never.
Holy cow. The White Sox. Well, this is right from the dream book. Wait till I throw that onto the sports desk. Well, I can get 500 to 1 it. Oh, excuse me. I got just one last question, Doctor.
I'm glad to hear that.
How about Mrs. Whitney's statue? The school going to accept it?
Statue? I don't know anything about any statue, Mr. Crane.
You mean for publication. But how about off the record?
Oh, on or off. I know Mrs. Whitney by reputation, but otherwise your question is meaningless.
Okay, Doctor. I've seen some of her stuff, and I don't blame you for playing it close to your chest. Well, thanks a lot. And thank you, Mrs. Hall. Are you sure about the White Sox?
My husband told you, Mr. Crane, I've never been wrong on a baseball prediction. Ever since I read...
I'm afraid we're delaying, Mr. Crane, my dear. Good day, Mr. Crane.
Bye. And thanks a lot. Imagine, the White Sox.
Hoddy.
Yes?
The White Sox is a baseball team, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, good. I was so worried it might be a polo team or hockey or something. How was my prediction, remembering that I have never been wrong and also that it was my first?
It was fantastic, my darling. If you are wrong, well, any baseball prophet is entitled to 1 error. And if you are right, you have a television future which will be worth upward of $500,000 next year. And a certain Mr. Red Barber will go on a diet of scorecards and minced umpires. That, however, is...
Oh!
Why, Vicky, what is it?
My goodness. I just remembered Mrs. Whitney.
Well, what about her?
She sent you a note yesterday afternoon, and I completely forgot about it. I'm so sorry. I knew I'd heard the name when that reporter...
Oh, no, don't worry. It may not be important. Where is the note?
I left it in my desk. Now, here it is, Toddy.
This may explain what Crane was... Oh, listen to this. Dear Dr. Hall, being numbered as I am among Ivy's College's affectionate and grateful alumni, I am quite familiar with the governing board's anxiety to acquire sufficient funds to construct the new gymnasium.
The new gym?
I have just completed a heroic piece of sculpture called Brutal Truth, designed to adorn the terrace of the new gymnasium. This I am presenting to Ivy College with the necessary funds to complete the building.
Oh, how wonderful.
My check will be presented immediately upon the board's approval and acceptance. And, of course, your own. Won't you and Mrs. Hall call on me as soon as possible? Sincerely yours, Genevieve Whitney.
Oh, Toddy, aren't you excited?
Yes, I am, yes. Quite excited.
Well, I must say you're controlling it very successfully.
Oh, Vicky, my dear, when one has spent as many years as I wheedling money out of alumni and hardly a dollar of it without a string attached, one acquires a sort of psychic caution. In this case, have you ever seen a Whitney sculpture?
No, not unless that monstrosity in the garden of the City Museum is one of hers. The one that looks like a grain elevator struck twice by lightning.
That is a Whitney.
No.
Yes.
But, Toddy, no American woman could have done that. It must have been done by some gigantic Hungarian or Czech with a beard down to here and a... Oh, no.
Yes, I agree. Her work always seems more in the nature of some great geographical upheaval. But I'll get it. Dr. Hall's resident.
Dr. Hall, this is Merriweather.
Oh, yes, Mr. Merriweather. It's always nice to hear from you.
This is Charles Merriweather, Doctor, not John.
Oh.
My brother had to go away. He asked me to call and tell you that you're expected at Mrs. Whitney's house today for tea.
Today?
Yeah, 4 o'clock. You, Mrs. Hall, Wellman, and myself. I'm standing in for my brother. We're twins, you know. Nobody can tell us apart anyway.
Oh, I didn't realize it was so urgent.
Well, you know Wellman. All prospective endowments are urgent to him. The way he reaches out for that next donation, you'd think this college was in danger of becoming a parking lot next Tuesday.
Well, in that case, I suppose our presence is indicated. We'll see you there.
Fine, Doctor. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Something about Mrs. Whitney?
Tea, 4 o'clock at her house. You and I, Mr. Merriweather's brother, and Mr. Wellman.
Well, where's Mr. Merriweather?
Oh, he's out of town. And as you know, he and his brother Charles are identical in more than looks. They think alike, too. They both hate Wellman.
It's obviously a command performance. We'll have to go.
Yes, and after a little conversational badminton, we will be expected to approve the sculpture which is to adorn the new gymnasium.
And I suppose not approving it is to lose out on the money to build the gym.
My darling, you have a natural gift for stating a problem with simplicity and accuracy. But in this case, Mr. Wellman is the real problem.
Oh, I know. To get that new gymnasium, he'd approve of anything, wouldn't he? How about Mr. Merriweather?
Well, if any Merriweather approves of something, it's because he likes it. He'd vote thumbs down on the Mona Lisa if he really felt that way. But Mr. Wellman...
Yes, Mr. Wellman. Somehow I can't see him as a disinterested art patron, Toddy.
The new gymnasium is to Mr. Wellman what the Golden Fleece was to Jason. It's his mission in life. And neither snow nor sleet nor gloom of night.
Somebody at the door, dear, and I think in the nick of time, too. You were just about to gum up a good quotation.
Hedged about by critics today. Art critics to the right, literary critics to the left, volleyed and thundered. Please answer the door, Mrs. Fadiman. Neither rain nor hail nor sleet. Neither storm nor sleet nor gloom of night shall stay this courier from his appoint. Well, neither wind nor storm.
Oh, William, it's Mr. Wellman.
Good day, Mr. Wellman.
Doctor?
Won't you sit down?
No, thank you, Mrs. Hall. Can't stay for the moment. wanted to speak to you about Mrs. Whitney's offer to complete the new gymnasium.
Yes, I presumed that was it, Mr. Wellman.
Well,
Well, what?
I just wanted to be sure you're going to be reasonable about it, that's all. After all, if we all agree that, it's better to have an understanding beforehand, so... well, the Board of Governors wants this donation, Dr. Hall.
At any price?
I do not see that the acceptance of a very valuable piece of sculpture by a world-famous artist is any great price to pay, Mrs. Hall. Well, do we understand each other, Doctor?
If we do, it'll be for the first time. I don't think we do.
Do you mean, sir, that you are unwilling to make a very small compromise in a matter so important to this college as a new gymnasium when...
Mr. Wellman...
Yes.
If I make any compromises, it will be after I have seen Mrs. Whitney's work. I'll definitely not commit myself to you, nor to anyone, until I... By the way, have you seen this statue?
Yes. Yes, I have.
What is your frank opinion of it?
My frank opinion, as you call it, Mrs. Hall, is that the artistic appraisals of Dr. Hall and Mr. Merriweather and myself are not half as important to this college as the acquisition of a new gymnasium. The money to build it is far more important to me than any decorations that may come with it. And I think I reflect the opinion of the majority of the board.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wellman, but I can't give you a blanket endorsement, sight unseen.
Yes, but I warn you, Dr. Hall, if we lose this donation because of your
integrity?
I think he meant my stubbornness, Victoria. I take it, Mr. Wellman, this is a warning to go along with the majority vote, if you can arrange one.
The board wants this gymnasium, that's all. Good day, Mrs. Hall. Doctor, I can find my way out. Thank you.
Well, here we go again. Why don't you and Mr. Wellman just meet each other behind the library some morning? You know, pistols for two and breakfast for one, that sort of thing.
No, I'm just beginning to enjoy these little encounters. I find that Mr. Wellman's bark is a great deal worse than his bite.
That's simply a lovely reference, Toddy. Simply lovely.
What reference?
To Mr. Wellman's barking and biting. Because my opinion of his ancestry is also...
Vicky, please.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Before we return to Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman in the halls of Ivy, here's a banker to tell you in his own words how his curiosity led him to fall into a rose bush and make a new friend.
Who's Who says I'm a banker, but you'd never know it on weekends. Then I put on my oldest clothes and work in my flower garden. Recently, I discovered that my new neighbor had a similar hobby, except that he added a special touch to his amateur gardening. After he'd putted around for a while, his wife would bring out a tray, and he'd sit down to a comfortable wicker chair. Then he'd pour himself a glass of beer, and as he sipped, you could see a happy look of satisfaction play over his face. This look told me I was missing something, and I decided to find out what that something was. I didn't feel I knew my new neighbor well enough to ask questions, but I've always said where there's a will, there's a way. My way was to work over to a rose bush near my neighbor's yard. There I pretended to be hard at work with the pruning shears while I tried to find out what beer he was drinking. I had just made out the name Schlitz on the label when suddenly I lost my balance and sprawled painfully into the rose bush. The yelp I let out brought my neighbor on the run, but fortunately nothing was seriously damaged but my dignity. This was quickly repaired when my neighbor invited me to sample the beer I'd been so curious about. I drank and found out why Schlitz had won itself such a large following. Now, almost every day after work, you see the two of us, sometimes in his garden, sometimes in mine, with bottles of Schlitz beside us. The looks of satisfaction on our faces tell the story. No wonder Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Surround us here today.
into the halls of Ivy, we find them preparing to attend a tea at the studio of Mrs. Genevieve Whitney, the eminent sculptress. Mrs. Hall says,
You look very handsome in your blue suit, Toddy.
Thank you.
How about me?
Lovely.
You didn't even look.
I didn't have to. You're always lovely. You have an instinct for clothes. Without that slight flamboyance one usually associates with the theater.
Well, there are two sides to every foot flight, Toddy. But Hamlet doesn't have to wear his tights going home on the subway.
No, and I suppose Carmen can take the rose out of her teeth long enough to have a sandwich at the drugstore. You know, Vicky, I'm a little worried about Mrs. Whitney's statue.
We do need a new gymnasium.
I know, but I love this college, particularly its physical aspects. The architecture of this campus is a great part of its charm. I think it has a direct relationship to the affection that students hold for Ivy. And I will not approve anything which is not in harmony. Gymnasium or no gymnasium, board of governors or no board of governors.
Good. Well, I'm on your side, Doctor. We won't accept anything we don't like, even if they've blacked on us.
Blackjack is the word, Victoria.
Well, I just meant the word. I didn't like to be too intimate with it.
Vicky, you're a very soothing person. England's loss was certainly America's profit. Would you like to go back for a visit?
Oh, I'd love it. Wouldn't you like it to? See again all the places we went together?
Sentimental sabbatical. I would indeed, Victoria. The Lake District, Covent Garden, Chelsea, Pudding Lane.
Hyde Park Corner, and the Cotswolds, and the plum blossoms, and the Vale of Evesham.
And the Tower. Ah, the Tower. Do you remember the midnight we spent at the Tower of London? After we walked from Southwark Cathedral across the Thames to Billingsgate Market.
And watched the ceremony of the keys. Oh, it was a lovely evening. I've never seen it before, you know. William, I'm deeply mortified. But I should be telling you all about our customs and traditions.
Oh, not necessarily, Victoria. I know Chicagoans who have never seen their stockyards. New Yorkers who have seen the Statue of Liberty only on postcards. And men from Texas who have never... No, I'm wrong there. Texans are rightfully proud of and thoroughly acquainted with everything that is there. They are the most... Oh, look, Victoria, the tower.
What's the matter? Are you too warm, William?
No, darling. I was just uncovering in deference to my sense of history. Under this moon, this time of night, it's a little overwhelming.
Even to an American?
Oh, possibly even more so, my dear. You've seen it so many times, but coming to it like this, I can almost see the ghostly form of William the Conqueror supervising its construction. The moat filled again after 100 years. An imprisoned Sir Walter writing his history of the world.
Edward IV, little prince, is dying in the bloody tower.
By the order of Richard the Usurper.
Oh, William, you have boned up on it. You did it to embarrass me.
No, Victoria, I didn't. Just because I've always had a tremendous interest in the... Look, the man with the lantern. It's the yeoman porter with his keys and the guard.
Oh! Who comes there? The keys. Whose keys? King George's keys. Advance King George's keys. All's well. Guard and escort, present arms. Guard, serve the king. Amen.
William, dear, my hand. You're holding it so tightly.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking. This ceremony has been observed every night since the Middle Ages. I almost feel a sense of impertinence at the thought of taking you away from all this beauty, all this history and tradition.
Oh, you're not taking me away, William, dear. I'm following you. And much as I love it, this country can survive my departure, I think. It's lived through worse crises than this.
I know, my dear, but
Excuse me, Toddy, but we're due at Mrs. Whitney's in 20 minutes.
Mrs. Whitney, but the sculptress, but what's she doing in England?
No,
she can't...
Toddy,
What?
we're in Ivy. We're invited for tea.
Well, at this time of night, how could it...
Toddy, darling, come
What,
back.
dear? Where do you go? Yes. I say, shouldn't we be leaving for Mrs. Whitney's? Aren't we about due there?
Yes, William, we are. I was trying to tell you, but you were thinking about something else. What was it?
The Tower of London. The ceremony of the keys. You and I.
How on earth did we ever get back there again?
Oh, it wasn't difficult, my sweet. The memories I have of being places with you constitute a passport to revisit them at any time. And a most enjoyable way to travel it is, too. Hall's International Airways. Safe takeoffs and happy landings. And so cheap. Get your hat, stewardess.
Okay, Skipper.
More tea, Mrs. Hall? Doctor?
No, thank you.
No, thank you, Mrs. Whitney.
Mr. Wellman? Mr. Merriweather?
Thank you, no.
Couldn't absorb another drop, ma'am, thank you. Besides, I'd like to put this teacup down. A hand like mine that was designed to hold a miner's pick, a competitor's throat, and a golf bag, in the order named, isn't very safe for one of these eggshells.
I thought you were handling it very sweetly, Mr. Merriweather.
So did I. In fact, for an ex-miner, your social graces are quite remarkable.
Well, I worked hard at it, Doctor. Made $1 million so I could have some decent clothes, and then discovered that a millionaire can get away with wearing anything. By that time, I was so used to wearing a coat and necktie, it was too late.
Well, how about you, Mr. Wellman? Or were you born to the purple?
No, indeed. I'm a self-made man.
Decent of you to take the blame for it, Clarence.
This is all very well, Merriweather, but the purpose for which we are here...
Oh, of course, I'm sorry. Mr. Wellman, you're perfectly right. I'm sure Dr. and Mrs. Hall would like to see my work.
Yes,
I
think we
wasn't
should
trying
be.
to hurry you, Mrs. Whitney.
Oh, you were too, Clarence. Trouble with you is, when you see people relaxing, you've got to recall them to some stern duty. You're a Puritan. Ease up, son. The Indians have gone and the colony is saved.
For once, I find myself in agreement with Mr. Wellman. I think we shouldn't take any more of our hostess's time.
Oh, very well, Doctor. My studio's through here. It used to be the grand ballroom in my grandfather's day. Much of Grandfather would approve of clay on the floor and marble chips all over a room in which he entertained the governor and 2 presidents.
But as Mr. Merriweather is probably about to say, every generation must do its chiseling in its own way.
That's very good, Doctor. Let's assume that I did say that. Well, where's the masterpiece, ma'am?
I'm simply dying to see it.
This will be a great day for Ivy College, I'm sure.
Well, we'll see, Mr. Wellman. Will you please take hold of that side of this canvas?
Okay.
Yes, now then. Now, just twitch it back. Now, that's it.
Well, it's breathtaking, isn't it? Simply breathtaking. What sweep? What scope? I never imagined any such...
Mr. Merriweather?
Don't look at me, ma'am. I'm a little dumbfounded. Frankly, my education didn't prepare me for modern sculptures. Certainly a powerful piece, I'll say that for it. It's probably wonderful, if I understood it.
How about you, Mrs. Hall?
I am a little unprepared, too, Mrs. Whitney. I don't feel that I have much of a right to express an artistic opinion of it. The meaning of it escapes me, and you're much too intelligent not to have given it a meaning.
Thank you, my dear. Dr. Hall?
Well, Doctor, don't you think it's an amazing piece of work?
Yes, I certainly do, Mr. Wellman. But
That's it, I guess, Mrs. Whitney. Ivy College is most grateful to you for this, and for your generous offer to complete the new gymnasium. The Board of Governors will...
Excuse me, Mr. Wellman. I don't think Dr. Hall had finished.
Had you, William?
No, I hadn't.
Well, what's your verdict, Doctor? You're the foreman of the jury, as far as I'm concerned.
What could his verdict possibly be, except that this...
Pipe down, Clarence. You're pressing. Doctor?
Well, my knowledge of art is limited, but I was taught such things as line, form, composition, color, and balance. For me to judge this rather tremendous piece of work would be presumptuous. Mrs. Whitney, your technical proficiency is beyond question. Your reputation is secure. Your admirers are legion. Your generosity deeply appreciated. But in all honesty, I must vote no.
Dr. Hall, do you realize what this means to Ivy College?
Mr. Wellman.
What good heavens is the man so blind?
Clarence, the lady told you to shut up.
You do understand, Doctor, that I'm tremendously proud of this work.
Oh, madam, were I capable of producing anything 1/10 as impressive, I should be equally proud.
Then what the...
And you do know, Doctor, that I had intended to provide funds for the new gymnasium. upon the acceptance of this statue.
Yes, I know that, but I cannot give my approval.
Why not, Doctor?
Tell them, William.
I feel that this piece of sculpture, heroic in size and expert in execution, is completely out of key with the architectural scheme of Ivy College.
Well,
Believe me, I don't pass this Olympian judgment lightly, but I cannot be so false to my own conception of what is right for the beauty of the campus as to approve something that doesn't appear to me to harmonize in any way with its established design. I hope you won't consider this an abuse of either your generosity or your hospitality, Mrs. Whitney.
it certainly is. I never heard such preposterous...
Gentlemen, the offer of this sculpture is withdrawn.
We thank you anyway, ma'am.
But I'll still build you a gymnasium.
Oh, Toddy.
Any college with a president who has the courage to risk his position to maintain his beliefs. Well, I'm proud to be an alumna, Doctor. I wish you'd been here when I was a student.
Thank you.
Oh, Mrs. Whitney, you are a love.
Hello, Clarence.
This is extremely kind of you, Mrs. Whitney, particularly in view of Dr. Hall's obstinacy.
It was because of his obstinacy, Clarence. Can't you get that through your head?
William, what are you smiling at?
I was thinking of the Tower of London, Vicky.
The Tower of London, Doctor? Is that apropos of something?
Well, it is, somewhat. There's a ceremony at the Tower of London, the ceremony of the keys. It's no secret to my wife that I hold fast to certain kinds of tradition, the kinds that are significant of courage and grace and character. Every man, I suppose, has his own ceremony of the keys, and to hand them on, shining and bright, is one of the... Oh, dear me, I'm sorry. Am I moralizing again?
Yes, Toddy, and don't stop, ever.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Be sure to see Ronald Coleman's latest picture, Champagne for Caesar. We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Paula Winslow, Herb Butterfield, Gail Gordon, Jerry Hausner, Raymond Lawrence, and Harry Martin. Tonight's script was written by Don Quinn and Hector Chevney. Our music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
That surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far,
For the big wedding, stay tuned now to The Great Gildersleeve on NBC.
The Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
If you like good beer, you'll find it pays to be curious and learn about Schlitz for yourself. And now, the Halls of Ivy.
that surround us here today, and we will not forget, though we be far.
welcome again to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. The campus has taken on an air of serenity and peace. There are no whistling students or singing co-eds on the streets. All is quiet because final exams are on and the college year is almost over. Dr. William Todd Hunter Hall, president of Ivy, watches his wife, the former Victoria Cromwell of the English Theater, as she sits on the floor of their home covered with travel folders.
Victoria.
Yes, Toddy, dear?
Lean the Tower of Pisa the other way for a moment and talk to me.
All right. I'll lean it against the Vatican. There. That's cozy for them. Toddy, where would you really like to go this summer?
I would really like to go upstairs, stretch out at full length on my beautiful bed, set the alarm for Labor Day, and then not wind the clock.
I know you're tired, darling. But you should get away, you know. Some sea breezes or mountain air to blow away the cobwebs.
Yes, I know. But A, I don't see how we can afford to go much further than the city limits. B, it will cost too much. And C, refer back to A and B.
We've our lovely savings account.
My dear girl, don't speak of our savings account in the tone of voice which should be reserved for dealings with J.P. Morgan and Company. By banking standards, we possess what would be roughly the working capital of a badly managed flea circus. And it was set aside for a rainy day.
Well, we don't have to wait for a cloud burst, do we? I mean, there'll be rain this summer. The almanac says so.
Vicky, I'm afraid you're improvident. Would you take our little nest egg and serve it up in one big golden omelet?
Wouldn't I, though, with chives?
Flighty, irresponsible woman. I'll have to watch you like a hawk. And a great pleasure it is, too.
We both work hard, and I'm going to see to it that we have all the fun we can.
Oh, you do that every day, my dear.
Well, suppose we spend the money for a pretty summer parasol. Then when the rainy day comes, we can use the parasol for an umbrella.
Well, I should like to take that question, boil it in a test tube, add a catalytic agent, and see if it would precipitate a detectable amount of either reason or logic.
I'll rephrase it then. Where are we going this summer on our savings account?
Well, now, let's see. How about, for 1 month at least, not seeing or talking to anyone who even approves of a college education? Let's romp among the illiterate. Let's find some congenial group of morons who think that English lit means an intoxicated Londoner. Let's refuse to pay our syntax. Let us split any unwary infinitive that dares to raise its head among the...
Well, I get it. Dr. Hall's residence. Yes, he is. Oh, hello, Mike. Why aren't you buried in an examination paper? Sure. He'd be delighted to see you. Come on over. Goodbye.
Who's Mike? What does he want? And why isn't it July yet?
Mike is Mike Kendall. He wants to see you... And it isn't July yet because you choose to argue with your wife whom you never ought to and which you should think better of.
Your grammar.
I ended with a preposition, huh?
Seems like a dozen of them.
That's the sort of thing up with which you should not have to put.
I'm afraid you must have been studying my Fowler's English usage. Because Fowler English usage I have never...
Let's get back to Mike Kendall, Toddy.
Mike Kendall, now let's see. Oh, yes, he's the musical one. Very bright. Sure to be an honor student.
His newest song is number 2 on the hit parade. And it's the third one that's made it since he's been here.
Yes, he graduates this year.
Undoubtedly the richest graduate Ivy's ever had. By his own efforts, I mean. I think he'll be very famous. Possibly another Cole Porter.
I wonder what he wants.
Well, maybe it's just my feminine intuition, but I feel that if you go to the door, you can find out right away.
Well, I never underrate a woman's intuition, or anything else which is made up of hope, faith, and inside information. Hello, Kendall.
Dr. Hall, thanks for letting me come over.
Nice to see you.
Hi, Mrs. Hall.
Hello, Mike.
Sit down, won't you? You must be tired after marching all these years in the hit parade.
Thank you. I won't take much of your time, Doctor, but I've got something on my mind.
Well, I'll leave you two.
Oh, don't go, Mrs. Hall.
I've got things to do, Mike. Besides, I want to see if Dr. Hall can run this college without me. I'll see you later.
Well, Mike?
Doctor, I've been pretty lucky here at Ivy.
Lucky? Well, I know that you love music and have been extremely successful with it. But, Mike, when something is achieved through labor, understanding, capacity, and knowledge, the modest man is apt to use just their initials, L-U-C-K.
Well, thank you, Doctor, but I'm not that modest. Sure, I've been successful. I was sort of pushed into it. That's how I came to Ivy.
Oh, what do you mean?
My father, he didn't have a quarter. My mother died when I was a baby, right after Dad brought her to this country. He did everything an honest, hungry man could do, from pushing a cart around Delancey Street in New York to selling papers.
Well, didn't you help him?
Oh, sure, I sold papers, too. Did all sorts of odd jobs. But every time I tried to quit school, he said he'd knock my block off.
Good for him. You know, Mike, your father came to this country in search of the very thing he was giving you. He saw a light, the lifted lamp beside the door, a light that seems to be seen better 3,000 miles away than it is from here.
I know, the Statue of Liberty.
Yes. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. That's the light your father saw, Mike. He must be very proud of you now.
He is, sir. But I want to show him how proud I am of him. I've had all the advantages, and he's had nothing.
Well, it's good to hear a young man talk this way.
Oh, it's not just talk, Dr. Hall. I've got a crazy idea in my head, and I need your advice. You're the one guy that I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, that's all right. I like being called a guy.
Well, anyway, I think maybe you'll understand. I've written a check covering 4 years of tuition at Ivy. And with your help, sir, I'd like to enroll my dad here as a freshman.
How old is your father, Mike?
Oh, about 60, I guess. Does that matter?
No, not as far as the college is concerned. I'm thinking of your father. Will he do it?
I hope so. I'd like him to know some of the same kind of happiness I've had.
Well, of course, I can arrange this, but I think that you and I should both have a talk with him before making a final decision.
That's what I'd hoped you'd say, sir. If I can get him to come down to Ivy, will you see him?
Oh, of course I will. He'll be down to see you graduate, won't he?
Oh, wild horses couldn't keep him away from that. I thought what I might do is get him down for the prom Saturday night.
Well, that's a very good idea. Look, let's plan to come back here to the house when the prom is over.
Thank you, sir. That'll be wonderful.
Mike, this crazy thing you're doing restores a lot of faith in humanity to a man who only today was complaining of being tired. He's not tired anymore. Thank you, Mike. I'll be looking forward to meeting your father. I want to thank him, too. Vicky, are you ready?
I'll be right there.
Chaperones at proms have to be on time, you know.
I'm already sorry to keep you waiting. Ooh, look at you. Have you ever thought of going into the movies, Dr. Hall?
Rather impertinent way to talk to a college president. As for you, you look simply beautiful. Your gown is a triumph, your hair is perfect, and you are talking complete nonsense.
Well, if I were a co-ed, or if I had a date with a halfback, and you walked in the door in that dinner coat and black tie, you know what would happen?
Oh, what?
Boing!
How was that again?
I just learned it. Do you like it?
Well, as depicting the mainspring of a generation coming suddenly unwound, it is definitely onomatopoeic.
Ooh, how you talk, Governor. Yeah, I bought you a carnation. Let me put it in your lapel.
Oh, I meant to buy you some flowers, darling. Forgot completely, of course.
Well, I couldn't wear them anyway. With this dress, there's no place to fasten them.
Yes, I wondered about that.
Did you really?
Yes. You know, Vicky, before you came down, I was thinking about Mike and his father.
Yes. Isn't it easy as it looks, is it?
Oh, actual enrollment at Ivy is possible, of course, but what can we really do for the old boy? He's probably had little or no primary education and naturally no credits. Of course, we could overcome that by selecting a curriculum of special courses.
I think you're really worried about him.
Oh, I am. Think about it. Is it possible to be transplanted successfully from one background to a completely strange one once we're grown up?
I did it?
Oh, yes, you did, my dear. But
I know. It doesn't apply. We have each other. It doesn't matter where we have to go.
Exactly, and Mike's father will be alone. His son will have graduated. And how can he be happy, surrounded by a generation one-third his age? That's why I'm worried. Oh, and incidentally, Mike is bringing him to the party tonight.
Is he really? Come on, then. I know you will work it out. You always do. Are you going to dance with me?
Oh, I imagine so, after I've done my duty dances.
Your duty dances with whom?
Well, there's the chairman of the prom committee.
Sally Corbett. She's the prettiest girl in town.
And then there are a few girls in English literature who, of course, insisted on putting my name in their program.
They're just taking that course to see you when I'm not around. I know them all, sly pussies.
However, I still have 1 or 2 dances left open. How about the supper dance?
Well, thank you, Doctor.
And all the rest?
What about your duty dances?
These are them. Come on, Vicky.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
We'll return to the halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Colvin, in just a moment. But first, let's hear the story of how one businessman really profited from an evening's work.
Well, I worked late at the office the other night. There was some paperwork that I couldn't put off any longer and a semi-annual report to finish up. About 7 o'clock, I decided to take a break and go down to the restaurant lounge in the corner for dinner. I found an empty table, flagged down a waiter, and ordered a steak medium rare. I was in a hurry, and when the waiter asked me if I would like a bottle of beer before dinner, I'm afraid I sounded a little curt when I said no. I leaned back, trying to relax, and looked around me. As I let my mind drift, I found myself counting, of all things, the bottles of Schlitz beer on the surrounding tables. There were so many, and the people who were drinking Schlitz seemed so pleasant that I began to regret my quick no. You see, I couldn't help wondering if Schlitz would taste as good to me as it seemed to taste to the others. So I called my waiter over, told him I'd changed my mind, and asked for a bottle of Schlitz. He was back with my order in a minute. I took a cautious sip, and then another, then a deep swallow. How did it taste? Well, the look of satisfaction that spread across my face said it better than any words possibly could. But let me add this just for the record. No wonder Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
That surround us here today.
As we return to the halls of Ivy, we find Dr. and Mrs. Hall back at home after the prom, sitting down to a midnight snack with their guest, Abel Kander, Mike's father.
This is very kind of you, Doctor. It is so late, I don't...
Mr. Kander, we're so delighted you're here.
I'm very proud of that boy of yours.
Mikey? Doctor, don't get me started. That boy. This is a boy.
You know, I wanted to have a talk with you anyway while you were here. And I know it'll take Mike at least half an hour to drive his girl home.
You only live 5 minutes away.
Not by the route Mike will take.
Why, William?
It is spring, Victoria, remember? Mr. Kander, has Mike ever spoken to you about his plans?
Well, yes. We have talked, of course. But, Doctor, I have a belief about kids. Better they should decide things for themselves.
Oh, yes, I agree. He has, however, some other plans. For you.
Oh, for me? Well, I'm too old for plans, Doctor. When you are 20, you plan for when you are 40. When you are 60, you plan for what you do after breakfast. Mike shouldn't worry about me.
He doesn't think you're too old, Mr. Kander, but he feels that perhaps you've missed a lot.
Me? I've missed nothing. In my life, I have found a new country, new friends. And where else could I sit with the president of a fine college who is as proud of my son as I am? What am I missing? I should run for governor, maybe?
Mr. Kander, Mike has asked me to enroll you as a student here at Ivy.
Enroll me as a student?
Yes. Start in the fall, with your permission, of course.
Mikey asked you to do this, Doctor?
Yes.
You think he wants I should come to college?
If you would like it.
I see.
Think about it. Carefully. Talk it over with Mike and then decide.
Yes, I must think. It is sudden, Doctor. Very sudden.
Hey, Dad.
Ah,
Mike. The door was open, Mrs. Hall.
Yes, Mike, we left it open for you. Want a sandwich?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm afraid it's time for bed.
Oh, it's not late.
Big day tomorrow, Doctor. Remember, my stag party's tomorrow night.
I see no reason whatsoever for stag parties.
Me either, Mrs. Hall.
Well, it's not exactly what everybody thinks of as a stag party. It's just that it's for my men friends here at Ivy. Songs and man talk. Women would be bored with it.
I can sing and talk to men, too, for that matter.
I'm sorry you can't come, Mrs. Hall, but a man only graduates once, you know. You're coming, aren't you, Doctor?
Oh, I wouldn't miss it.
Where are you holding this disgraceful male outing?
At the Brown Bottle, 7:30.
Right. Come on, Dad.
Thank you, Mrs. Hall, for a beautiful evening. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mike. Oh, what a dear he is.
Yes, but I don't think he's as happy as Mike thought he would be.
I know. He looked almost hurt when you told him.
Oh, I think he was hurt. Hurt by the sincere gift of a boy thinking only of his father's happiness. Ah, what a strange paradox man is, Vicky. We often wound most cruelly when we give most generously. And he's hurt, all right. And I think I know why. Now, come on, my dear. We need some sleep.
Coffee, Toddy?
No, thanks, darling.
You'll have to shift for yourself this morning, dear. I'll go.
Mrs. Hall, forgive me.
Mr. Candor. Well, good morning.
Good morning. I should not be here early like this.
Oh, come in, come in.
I must talk to Dr. Hall.
Well, of course. Now, take it easy. You're all out of breath. Go right in. He's alone in the dining room. There's some coffee in there for you.
Yes, I will. Thank you. I ran all the way.
Well, Mr. Candor, good morning.
I should not come so early, Doctor.
Oh, nonsense. You're very welcome at any time.
I could not sleep. I have been thinking so much.
Have you reached any decision?
Yes, Doctor, I have. It was not easy. My boy is going to be very successful, no, Doctor?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. He's already a success, in fact.
Often when success comes quickly, it is possible that responsibilities can hold somebody back, no?
Everyone has responsibilities.
Well, money, I don't mean. But if Mikey has a stone around his neck, it pulls him down. Soon he will go into the world. He will meet people, find people, like he has met here. People had schools, had college, not rough like he grew up with.
Oh, you don't think that Mike would... Well, yes, you probably do. I was worried about this last night.
It's true, isn't it? He's ashamed of me. I should have education. I should come here to school. It would be good for Mikey. Yes, Doctor, I made my decision. But not for coming to Ivy. There is an easier way.
Well, Mr. Candor...
Please, let me finish. Mikey is a fine son, but I know I've done my part. Well, so is he. It is now finished. When he graduates, he goes alone. I will not be in his way.
This is your decision, then?
Yes, Doctor. It is.
Mr. Candor, I spend my life with boys and girls. They are my job, my chosen work. I've learned something about them. Do you know what they are more sensitive about than almost any other one thing?
What?
The reaction of their friends to their parents.
This is what I am talking about, Doctor.
Oh, no. Wait. No, this is the opposite of what you are talking about. Don't you realize that your son invited you to the most important event of his college year? His own senior prom? When all of the parents of all of his friends are here? Don't you see, Mr. Candor? Mike insisted that you be here when he could show you off to everyone. Why, he's so proud of you. It's as if he were your father.
Proud? Of me?
He's bursting with it.
Proud of me?
All he wants in the world is for you to know that.
Proud? Sometimes I think I am a very great fool.
Oh, no, you're not.
I would like Mikey never to know how I misjudged him.
He won't know, Mr. Candor.
I see now why he comes to you for advice, Dr. Horace. It is good, and so are you. I go now. Thank you very, very much.
Vicky, I hope you really don't mind my going off to Mike's. Stag party? I'm not of a roistering disposition, as you know, and ordinarily, Prexy's presence tends to dam up the flow of undergraduate wit. But Mike is an intelligent young man, and his friends, I'm sure...
Oh, come off it, Toddy.
What?
You're a fraud.
Oh.
You wouldn't miss this brawl for an autographed edition of Poe's Tamerlane. So don't try to make me think you're going under protest. Incidentally, there's no way I could sneak in myself, I suppose.
I doubt it very much.
Well...
No, my blossom. You stay here and keep my house slippers burning in the window for me. 1, if by land, and 2, if by Grogan the campus scout.
All right, Toddy. I guess if Mike's father can survive the orgy, you can. Was Mike terribly disappointed about his father's decision?
Well, like any youngster who has built a lovely picture in his own mind, he hates to have it fade out. But I think he understands.
It's nice and rather rare, isn't it, to find a boy who doesn't take his parents' sacrifices for granted.
It is nice. But I don't think it's so rare, Vicky. What is rare is to find one who is not only articulate about it, but who tries to do something prompt and concrete about repayment.
Yeah.
Well, good night, my darling. I do hope you'll stay up all hours in a rocking chair by the window, tearfully waiting for your wandering boy.
That's the last hope if ever I heard one, Doctor. I have a nice warm bed jacket, a new mystery novel, a small dish of chocolate-covered almonds, and a night-clubbing husband. What more could a woman ask?
Now, she could ask me to stay at home.
Not the way you eat chocolate-covered almonds. Good night, Toddy. Have no fun whatsoever.
Good night, my sweet. Be miserable.
She's the sweetheart of Sigma Chi.
Gentlemen, this is my party, and I have a right to speak if I want to. Now, this is a short one. I have 3 guests of honor. Dr. Hall, our president. A new tune I've written. And my father.
Dad? Thank you, gentlemen. A speechmaker I am not, but proud and happy I am. A great thing has happened to me here. I will not forget it. I have been offered a wonderful gift by my son, which I cannot accept. I think this party tonight is maybe the greatest gift of all, to be with him and with his friends. I am proud to be his father. I am maybe prouder even to be his friend.
Thanks, Dad. Here's my toast to you. A song I just finished it. Gentlemen, glasses up.
Drink, drink, drink to the field of golden grain. Drink, drink, drink to the gentle April rain. Drink to the farmer who grows the hops, the girls who put caps on the bottle top. Drink to the health of the horse's neck. Yes, we're speaking of the fellow who picks up the check. Let us drink, drink, drink to the laughter and the cheers. Think, think, think of the friends no longer here. Drink to the gladness the night bestows, the wonderful people that you have owed. Then before parting, one more for the road. Drink, drink, drink.
Gentlemen, I have only one thing to say. I know that Mike Candor leaves Ivy to go on to a highly successful career. We here hope we have contributed to it. And we know that you, Mr. Candor, have guided him resolutely toward his destiny, that your faith has never faltered. You belong in this college, sir, and to it. We have discussed this, Mike and his friends and I, and we have decided to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humanities. Gentlemen, the toast. I give you Dr. Abel Candor of Ivy.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Colman.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Be sure to see Ronald Colman's latest picture, Champagne for Caesar. We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Colman. The other players were Sam Hearn as Abel Candor and Sam Edwards as Mike Candor. Tonight's script was written by Nat Wolfe and Don Quinn. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolfe, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Hear The Great Gildersleeve next on NBC.
Welcome again to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. When a college student with a flair for literature or economics graduates into a high-salaried position which utilizes his natural talents, he's honored and acclaimed. But when a college athlete, endowed with swift coordination and physical stamina, graduates into professional sports for a large annual stipend, it is somehow considered degrading. Dr. William Todd Hunter Hall, president of Ivy College, is discussing this very subject with his wife, Victoria, formerly of the London Theater.
I suppose it's a matter of professional life expectancy.
What is, Toddy?
This thing of college athletes going in for professional football or boxing or tennis to make a living after graduation. Why shouldn't they? They're fitted for it by nature. They're trained for it. And they can make far more money at it than they could by wearing gold footballs on their watch chains and being charming to prospects in a broker's office.
I couldn't agree with you more, dear. So who are you arguing with? Excuse me, with whom are you arguing?
Myself.
Oh.
I often have these intra-hall debates. They're sparsely attended and often quite dull, but I find them helpful sometimes in clarifying an issue. I take both the affirmative and the negative sides, of course.
Do you just think up these debates for the mental exercise, which you need like Mr. Heinz needs the pickle?
No, Vicky, this subject came up today, a four-man discussion. Mr. Merriweather, Mr. Wellman, Professor Heaslip, and myself. As usual, it was Merriweather and I against the others.
Life would lose a great deal of charm, wouldn't it, if Mr. Wellman became suddenly fond of you?
Yes, it would indeed, my darling. Our mutual dislike is extremely stimulating. Though I must admit my position is not very exclusive. He dislikes almost everyone. Unless they have $1 million, of course, and are named Wellman. Preferably Clarence Wellman.
He's a snob. To him, America's not a melting pot. It's a chafing dish.
Exactly. He's a snob with a capital dollar sign, if I may phrase the coin.
Oh, very good, very good. Yes.
I'm getting to be not only a debater, but a comedian as well. I see new vistas opening before me. Lecture tours, Dr. William Hall, 2 hours of fun and philosophy. Then radio, television, Would you care for my autograph, madam?
No, thank you, Jack Benny.
Benny, I've heard that name somewhere.
But, sir, I'm still interested in what started the discussion about college athletes going professional.
Oh, yes. Well, we were standing in front of the administration building.
There's a telephone, dear. Toddy, the telephone is ringing.
I know, but where is it? You listen that way, and I'll listen this way. And next time it rings...
I got it.
Good. Someday I'll take the scissors to that long extension cord and whack it off about 50 feet so we can...
Dr. Hall's residence. Yes. Who's calling, please? Oh, just a moment, I'll see. Mr. Packard. Jeff Packard.
Oh, yes, thank you. Dr. Hall speaking, Mr. Packard. Yes, you certainly may. Yes, I thought that was it. The matter was under discussion this afternoon. In 10 minutes, that'll be fine. Goodbye.
Is someone coming, Toddy? Shall I fix some tea?
Oh, not necessary, I think. I doubt if Mr. Packard is the tea-drinking type. He's a prize fighter promoter.
Yes, I know. I know his name.
Vicky, my sweet. The manner in which your theatrical profession impinges on certain other professions is a constant source of amazement to me. Hutchins of Chicago may be just a rumor to you, but let someone drop the name of any individual who has ever appeared on stage, platform, ring, or soapbox, and immediately you have his life history at your fingertips. It's marvelous.
No. It's all show business, Toddy. I still read Variety on the stage like you read the Yale Review. Anything that's box office, I've usually heard of it at least. And Mr. Packard means box office.
I suppose you'd like to know what he wants to see me about?
Yes.
But you're not going to ask?
No.
Will you marry me?
I did.
Well, one can't be married too often to a woman as discreet as you, one who has her feminine curiosity under such magnificent control. You're a wonderful girl, Vicky. You're a beautiful girl. And you have been a very good girl, so I'll tell you what Mr. Packard wants.
Good. It saves me from beating my head against the wall and screaming with frustration. What does he want?
He wants me to help him persuade young Ryan to sign with him after graduation.
Terry Ryan? Isn't he studying medicine?
Yes, and Dr. Davis says he's the best in his class. He was under debate earlier today in front of the administration building. Subject: should a superlatively endowed college athlete capitalize on his publicity and prowess after graduation? Mr. Wellman and Professor Heaslip, negative. Meriwether and Hall, affirmative.
You mean you were in favor of his dropping medicine for professional prize fighting?
My dear girl, professional prize fighting is a redundant expression. Prize fighting is per se professional. It is for a prize, a wager, or a stake. Therefore, an amateur status is automatically ruled out.
Don't quibble with me, Doctor. You were in favor of Terry Ryan giving up medicine for prize fighting?
I didn't say that. Mr. Wellman merely happened to be on the other side of the debate, and naturally I had to oppose him. No. My personal convictions had nothing to do with it.
What are your personal convictions?
Vicky, I'm one of those unfortunate individuals who are either cursed or blessed, as the case may be, with the ability to see things from the other fellow's viewpoint.
Well, for goodness sake, sorry if he has real skill in medicine.
Yes, I know what you're going to say, and in the absence of Mr. Wellman, I agree with you. However, Ryan is a natural boxer. Fast, crafty, tough, intelligent. That's why he's intercollegiate champion. It's quite possible that with proper handling, he can make $1 million within a very few years. As a doctor, even a very successful doctor, he can hardly do that in 20 years.
But money isn't everything.
The answer to that remark is, what ain't it?
I still don't know exactly where you stand, William. And if Terry Ryan is as shifty with his hands as you are with rhetoric, he'll make $12 million.
My position is very clear, Vicky. I want the boy to go on with medicine.
Good.
On the other hand, who am I to talk a young man out of acquiring a fortune? Must I recommend that he hang up his shingle and sit in his office reading his National Geographic Waiting for a $5 case of mumps or chicken pox? Oh, I'm not possessed of such
I guess
omniscience.
that's Mr. Packard now. I'll let him in and then leave you.
No, Di. I want you to stay, if you will. In the heat of an argument, I have but to look at you, and sweet, cool reason takes over.
Well, thank you. In that case, I'll hang around with the boys.
Ah, what a Solomon a college president is expected to be. But when I consider that the best use the world has found for sage assistance is to flavor the stuffing in a turkey, well, all I can say
This way,
is...
Mr. Packard. William, Mr. Packard is here.
Oh, good day, Mr. Packard. I assume my wife has already introduced herself.
Oh, she didn't have to, Doc. She did a show in New York and London named Give Them Tears. I had 10 seats for every night during both runs. Miss Cromwell, Mrs. Hall, you were terrific.
Well, thank you, Mr. Packard. It was a very good play. And thank you also for contributing to its financial success.
Well, not at all. It was mostly deductible anyway. Entertaining clients.
Will you sit down, Mr. Packard?
Well, thanks. Find a cigar, Mrs. Hall?
The kind you probably smoke not at all.
Oh, you're safe. Made for me in Havana. $1.25 apiece.
And probably rolled by Carmen herself.
Oh, Escamillo made her quit before my time, Doc.
You see, Toddy, the theater isn't so far from the ringside.
I see. You wanted to talk to me about young Ryan, Mr. Packard.
Yes. You'll excuse a little shop talk, Mrs. Hall?
Oh, I love shop talk. Go right ahead.
Okay. Well, here's the deal, Doc. Terry Ryan's the greatest natural fighter I've ever seen work, and I've seen them all. Dynamite in both hands, brains in his head, and tiger blood in his heart. Ever see him go?
Yes, Mr. Packard, I have.
Well, he probably made it look so easy you weren't impressed. But take it from a guy who's been handling all kinds of fighters, champions, and palookas for 35 years. That Ryan's a class of them all. I can build him up, give him the experience he needs, teach him all the tricks in the book.
Tricks, Mr. Packard?
Tricks? Well, not what you're thinking, Mrs. Hall. I don't mean healing or gouging or tossing Mickeys into the water bucket. I mean the legitimate tricks a professional has to know. Ring psychology, diet, timing. My fighters get their decisions in the ring, not in my office or in the back room of a nightclub.
Your reputation is in your favor, Mr. Packard.
Well, that's what the Boxing Commission thinks, Doc. They're a tough bunch of cookies to convince. Never mind that. What I'm trying to say is that I can make Terry Ryan world's champion in 2 years. You know what that means in the bank?
Well, I have a general idea. And what do you want me to do? I know, but I'd prefer to have you tell me for the record.
On or off the record, I want you, if you will and can, to tell Ryan which way his best interests are. I got him wavering, but I just can't seem to score a knockout. He thinks I'm not a disinterested party. Believe me, he's right.
You know, of course, that Terry is studying medicine and stands very high in his class.
Mrs. Hall, I know more about that kid than he does. I know his sleeve length, 36 inches. How many fillings he's got? 1 gold and 2 porcelain. His kindergarten teacher's police record. $10 for slapping a cop. He likes his eggs, 3.5 minutes. He got that little scar on his left pinky from the first time he tried to use a scalpel. I know everything about him, including that he can be world's champion. You can see that I've done a lot of research on the boy, eh, Ms. Hall?
You certainly have.
I know, but is the objective good enough?
Oh, for me, there ain't a better one. Well, Doc, do I get your help, or do I have to do it without you?
Mr. Packard, I don't doubt that under your tutelage, Terry Ryan could become a champion and a millionaire.
Well, then?
Neither do I doubt alternatively that he could become a fine surgeon. Well, it comes down then to the question. Which gloves would I recommend for this doubly talented young man? Leather or rubber? I believe that when God has endowed an individual with a genius, a knack, a special gift of any kind, that individual is obligated to use a certain portion of that gift for the good and welfare of his fellow man. Use one's talent for the sole purpose of self-advancement and self-enrichment is, to me, if not a sacrilege, at least a long stride up a blind alley. Does that answer your question, Mr. Packard?
Somewhat later the same afternoon as we return to the halls of Ivy, just in time to hear Victoria say,
I called Terry Ryan, Toddy. He'll be over in a few minutes.
Thank you, dear. Did you tell him why?
No, but I imagine he can guess. Mr. Packard has been quite in evidence around the campus, you know, and he's not what you might call self-effacing.
No. He's a careful bull in a shop full of heavy china. Vicky, I sometimes wonder how far a man in my position should go in steering a young man's career in any particular direction.
Oh, but darling, you're merely advising. You're not tricking him into anything.
Well, I wish there was some fairly decent way I could trick him into...
Toddy?
Yes, Victoria?
There's a gleam in your eye. It's the same one you get when we play canasta. When you're about to go out concealed with 3 naturals. What are you cooking up, Doctor?
My dear girl, to hear you talk, one would think that I habitually resort to animal cunning and shady practices. I assure you that whatever I might be contemplating, it would be purely a matter...
Purely is good enough for me, dear. I had visions of you tampering with the steering gear of Mr. Packard's automobile. I'll let Terry Ryan in.
Vicky. Keep him out there a moment, will you? Till I can make a phone call.
Oh, well, I haven't time to run upstairs and put my best eyelashes on, but I'll do what I can.
Hello, maintenance. Dr. Hall speaking. Let me speak to the head gardener, please. Hello, Albert. Dr. Hall. Can you locate Beans Phillips quickly? Good. I want him to be trimming the hedge in front of the medical building at, at 3:40 exactly. Well, I don't care if it was trimmed today. Have him trim it again. I'll explain later. Thank you, Albert. And I might add that you have the grounds looking beautiful. 3:40 exactly. Right. Goodbye. Hall, you schemer, you plotter, you master of intrigue. You were born out of your time, you rascal. You talk of the Medicis and the
William, yes, Terry Ryan.
Hello, Ryan. Glad to see you. Sit down, would you?
Thank you, sir.
Vicky, don't go.
Well, I don't want to be in the way.
Oh, you're never in the way. And I think Mr. Ryan will agree that you lend a certain charm and distinction to any gathering.
Mr. Ryan agrees to that with a fast pulse and a recognition of the understatement of the week.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. And I must say, Terry, you don't talk at all like a pugilist.
Well, if Gene Tunney can love Shakespeare, I guess I can handle the dictionary. Doctor, is this about Jeff Packard?
In a way, yes. He's talked to you, I suppose.
He certainly has. His hands on my shoulders and looking deeply into my eyes. He paints a very pretty picture.
Yeah, we know. He tried to sell it to us.
In a very rich frame.
Oh, sure. He's already got me taking my championship profits to the bank in an armored wheelbarrow.
As long as I was officially invited to this meeting, I'd like to ask a question, Terry. How do you feel about it?
Well, frankly, Mrs. Hall, I'm weakening. If you can call it weakening to walk into a chance for $1 million and a little piece of glory.
Terry, as an intelligent man, you have undoubtedly given this choice of professions a great deal of thought. A career in the ring with money, excitement, headlines, and fame, versus a plodding respectability, establishing yourself in medicine and surgery.
That's about it, Doctor. And I know what your advice would be. Stay with medicine.
Yes. But, of course, I'm prejudiced. I'm a teacher and have a respect amounting almost to reverence for the profession of medicine. Conversely, I view a prize-fighting career as a gamble. Oh, I know, in your case, the odds are with you. But to me, the good you can do with your rare gift for diagnosis and the surgical skill you've already evidenced far outweighs the rewards of a boxing championship.
Maybe this is treason, Terry, but what if you didn't get to be champion? In a few years, you'd have lost out in medicine, and it would be too late to do anything about it.
Sure, there's that, of course, but I don't plan on staying with it. Packard says he can get me the championship in a few years. Well, if I get it, I'll retire from the ring, I mean. And then, back to medicine.
Do you think you'd come back, Terry? Wouldn't it be just one more bout? Just one more purse? Oh, mind you, I admit I'm arguing from a sense of excuse me. Dr. Hall's residence? Who? Ann Arbor, Michigan? Oh, yes, indeed, yes.
Terry. He has them going all over the country.
I'm glad you told me. I'll put my first $10,000 in AT&T.
Hello. Yes, Rudy, I'm ready. A pawn to the King's Bishop's paw. That's right, yes. I'll call you back at this time 1 week from tonight. Collect. Ha, ha, ha. Well, will 1 week be enough for you, Rudy? Get some outside advice if you wish. I don't mind. Goodbye, Rudy. That was Professor Colstart at Michigan. If he loses this game and one more, he owes me a first edition of South Wind. Play chess, Terry?
No, little doctor. I'm not much on strategy, though. Anybody who can think 4 moves ahead is me, Pete.
And you don't think you'll meet any prize fighters who will think 4 moves ahead?
Well, the fighters don't do the thinking, Mrs. Hall. The managers do that. And I'd have Jeff Packard, and he's at least 6 moves ahead of every other promoter in the business. I see you looking at your watch, Doctor. Have I overstayed?
Oh, no, not at all, Terry. It's just that I have an appointment with Dr. Chester Davis at 4. Frankly, it's to talk about you.
I seem to be quite a fascinating topic these days. Tell me, is the future of one student worth all the discussion, Doctor?
I can answer that, Terry. Yes, it is, to my husband. He somehow doesn't think of the student body as a production line, assemble them, move them along, and get rid of them. He seems to think they're people, individuals. The future of every student here at Ivy is the most important thing in his life. It is his life. And now I'd like to hear just a smattering of applause because I haven't made a speech in a long time. Well, no applause from you, William.
When the flag goes by, my darling, one holds one's hat over one's heart in silence. You can't applaud with one hand. And like the passing flag, a simple truth requires just simple honor and respect.
I retract the applause and take off my hat, Mrs. Hall.
Well, one tribute's as good as another to me, I'm sure, gentlemen. But trained as I was, I have more confidence in a noisy reaction. If you're seeing Dr. Davis at 4, Toddy, you better get going.
I think so, too. Come on, Terry, walk over with me, will you?
Doctor, seriously, don't you think it's possible for me to make a lot of money in the ring and then come back, finish studying medicine?
Possible, yes, but highly improbable.
Oh, why, sir?
Well, because procrastination is not only the thief of time, it's the murderer of ambition. I have it on good authority that you have a fighting heart. It's entirely up to you what you wanted to fight for. Yours is the... Oh, hello, Beans.
Hiya, Doc. Hey, what do you think of that, Albert? I clipped this hedge perfect this morning. Now he's got me clipping it again. He must be getting absent-minded or something.
No, I think he's just a perfectionist.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Beans, this is Terry Ryan, the intercollegiate boxing champion.
Glad to know you, Beans.
Yeah, well, likewise, kid. I seen you fight a couple of months ago. You're good. You take my advice, you go professional. Only, look.
Yeah?
Not so much with the left. It's great, see, but you got two hands. See, I'm a fighter myself, only I'm working here till they get me a good match. I'll wake out with you some morning. Then when I'm champion heavy, I'll bring you along, see?
Well, thanks a lot.
Now, that's very kind of you, Beans. Now, if you'll excuse us...
Wait a minute, Doctor, please. Say, are you Beans Phillips that fought Abe Morton back in a while ago?
Yeah, the same, kid. I'm going to get a rematch, too. I know what I need now when I get him into the ring.
But Morton died 6 years ago.
He did? Well, they'll get me a go with somebody else then. You a fighter, kid? You got the built for it. Look, you meet me in a gym sometime. I'll give you a few tips.
That's a very good idea, Beans. But we're due at the medical building. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, I always do, Doc. That's why I like working outdoors like this. There's plenty of air. I'm keeping in shape for a match with Morton. I'll see you around, boy.
You bet. Oh, and Beans.
Yeah?
The next time you meet Morton, good luck.
Well, thanks a lot. It's a nice kid, Doc. Bring him around again. I gotta get back to work now. My muscles stiffen up. I keep moving, always keep moving.
And that was all. We never got to the medical building. Brian suddenly remembered an engagement and left. I called and apologized to Dr. Davis.
But, Toddy, you still don't know. I mean, if Terry's...
Oh, he's going on with medicine.
Did he say so?
Yes, but it wasn't necessary, my darling. If you could have seen his face when he realized that he was talking to Beans Phillips, one of the great fighters of yesterday. And realized also that this man with the broken hands and the scar tissue must have had a similar decision to make at one time. Well, it was quite convincing.
It was also quite a coincidence your meeting poor old Beans that way, wasn't it?
Yes, wasn't it?
Was it?
No, dear, it wasn't.
That's what I thought. Well, congratulations, Doctor. A clean victory. Good generalship.
I'm glad it worked. As I have often remarked, all stratagems are not necessarily gems of strategy. I'm glad that horticulture has lost the decision to medicine.
Horticulture?
Gardening. Madison Square gardening. Cauliflower. And talking of cauliflowers, my darling, what's for dinner tonight?
And now, here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Be sure to see Ronald Coleman's latest picture, Champagne for Caesar. We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. In our cast tonight, Sheldon Leonard played Beans Phillips, Ken Christie was Jeff Packard, and Stacey Harris was Terry Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, the future has a way of sneaking up on all of us. But there is a way of accounting for the future in advance by a method of sure, automatic saving today. And there is no surer method of saving and saving with profit than through the purchase of United States savings bonds. Whatever your hope for the future, a home or business of your own, a college education for your children, it can be brought to reality by saving. Buy United States savings bonds today. Tonight's script was written by Don Quinn. Our music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Oh, we love the halls of Ivy. that surround us here today, and we will not forget.
Coming up, it's The Great Gildersleeve on NBC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
If you like good beer, you'll find it pays to be curious and learn about Schlitz for yourself. And now, The Halls of Ivy.
That surround us here today, and we will not forget, though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. This is a most important night for Ivy, and few realize it more than its president, Dr. William Todd Hunter Hall. In 20 minutes, Dr. Hall and his wife, the former Victoria Cromwell of the London stage, will leave for a meeting where he is to formally accept the George A. Sexton Award. Now, at the Hall home on Faculty Row...
Toddy, it's late, dear. Have you finished dressing?
Victoria, I can't seem to find my black tie. Have you any idea what it is?
Yes. You might look in the mirror.
Well, I'll admit that tie has been found in some odd places, but...
William, you have it on.
Oh. I distinctly remember not putting it on, and I refuse to believe that an ordinary black tie would be capable of crawling up on my shoulder, winding itself about my neck, and manipulating its own knot.
Did you finish your speech?
Yes, just a short while ago. It took a little longer than I'd planned. That's why I'm late.
Oh, you're not so late. Besides, it was worth it.
What was worth what?
Taking extra time on your speech. It's the best one you ever wrote.
Oh, how do you know that? You couldn't possibly have read it.
I don't have to read it.
Victoria, this is probably no time to bring it up, but is there any record of clairvoyance in your family?
Not a trace of it. Some red hair, gambling, small earlobes, things like that. But no clairvoyance. Why?
A few moments ago, you were downstairs, and I was upstairs. How did you know I had my tie on?
I heard you put it on.
You heard me put it on?
Mm-hmm.
That's strange. I've never thought of a black tie as being particularly noisy.
No, dear. But you are. Every time you struggle with a bow tie, I realize just how well-rounded your vocabulary really is. First you mumble and you mutter. Then you come right out and say,
Yes, darling, all right. Very well, I'll accept that explanation, but it leaves me to wonder if I'm not married to a beautiful and charming Sibyl, or was that just a wild pitch for the crystal ball?
It required no supernatural powers, Doctor. Your success with your speech is written all over you.
Well, that should make an interesting social note for the Ivy News. President Hall, who accepted the George A. Sexton Award, was charmingly dressed in a suit of fine handwriting on a flouncing bond paper foundation.
You are spry. You've even forgotten to be nervous.
Nervous? Oh, my dear. On these occasions, I always have butterflies the size of vultures playing badminton in my stomach. But you're the soothing type of person who frightens such abdominal lepidoptera away. So the game seems to be ended.
Who won?
Well, who can that be?
Mr. Merriweather.
Victoria.
No, I saw him going to the Quintanans a few minutes ago. He wouldn't be this close without stopping by.
All right, well, you go and spirit him in while I get on my coat. It isn't that I want to appear inhospitable, but we really have to go in a few minutes.
Oh, this is a surprise, Mr. Merriweather. Come on in.
No, I can't stay, Mrs. Hall. Is the doctor in? I have a message for him.
Well, he'll be right back. Do sit down.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is comfortable. You're an awfully comfortable person, Mrs. Hall. You know, if I weren't married to Mrs. Merriweather, whom I happen to love, and you weren't married to Dr. Hall, whom I greatly admire, I'm afraid I'd make an awful fool of myself over you.
Mr. Merriweather, what brings this on?
It's spring, ma'am. It's spring. The time of year when the man rises in a sap's veins and vice versa.
Yes, and a young man's fancy lightly turns to the things that an old man fancies. Mr. Merriweather.
Hello, Doctor, you old illusion spoiler. You're looking exceptionally well this evening. Gad, sir, I don't know how you do it. I'm not much older than you. I play golf 3 times a week. And I feel like Methuselah after a night out with the boys. And girls.
Well, after all, it isn't every evening that a college president receives $250,000 gift.
It isn't even every other evening.
Say, how does that work, Doctor?
Well, for some reason known only to himself, Mr. George A. Sexton decided to turn philanthropist and offered this college $250,000 with which to build a laboratory for medical experiments.
Well, that's a nice package. How's it tied up?
Tied up?
Yeah, what are the strings?
Oh, that's the beautiful part of it, Mr. Merriweather. There are no strings, not even a thread.
Gad, don't tell me you found an altruistic donor.
On the contrary, an altruistic donor found Ivy. The entire sum is to be used for no other purpose than to carry on medical research for ear, nose, and throat.
No, it's as simple as that. And speaking of simple, does Wellman know about this?
Why do you ask, Mr. Merriweather?
Because Clarence is quite excited about this award, Mrs. Hall. I think he thinks he's going to get his big fat finger in the pie.
No, this is one pie that Mr. Wellman won't be able to cut to his own liking.
Well, congratulations, Doctor, on bringing the pie to Ivy.
Oh, no,
No, don't start to protest. I know it was your progressive spirit and leadership that brought Ivy to Sexton's attention. And I'm proud of you, Doctor. You're a go-getter, a keeper-inner, and a don't-let-goer. It reminds me, I really did come here with a message. A certain member of our Board of Governors, who shall remain unnamed, except by the unregenerate and the profane...
Mr. Wellman?
Your intuition is amazing, Mrs. Hall. And correct. Anyway, to get to the point, when Clarence heard I had to drop in to see the Quincannon before the meeting, he...
Isn't Quincannon coming?
No, the professor's out of town, Doctor. And Mrs. Quincannon is, well, in what modest people, in a burst of understatement, call an interesting condition.
No, she can't go. She's going to have a baby. She's all right. But her doctor decided she'd better have a nurse with her for the next few days.
Anyway, Doctor, the message from Happy Talk, Dreamboat Wellman, was that it is advisable for you not to be late.
I can almost hear his tone of voice.
Yeah, like a rusty file rasping on a blackboard.
You may report that you persuaded me after a bitter struggle.
Well, I've done my duty. I'm an obliging cuss. And it gave me an excuse to see you. And Mrs. Hall, who's even prettier.
Well, we're always glad to have you drop in. And you can tell Dreamboat, Mr. Wellman, for me, that nothing in this world could make me late for that meeting. Nothing.
You go on to the car, dear. I'll get the phone.
No. We're late, Vicky. Let it ring.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Why couldn't you? We're out of the house.
Well, but I'd be out of my mind if I didn't answer it. The suspense of wondering who it was would kill me. No, please, Toddy, I'll only be a minute.
Oh, you might just as well face it. You're married to a woman. As Merriweather would say, this is something to complain about.
Toddy, William, wait.
What is it, Vicky? What's happened?
That was Mrs. Quincannon.
Oh, has she decided that she wants to go?
Yes, she's decided she wants to go to the hospital.
Now?
Yeah, right now. I have to take her.
But where's her nurse?
Called back to the hospital on an emergency tonight. Well, It can't be helped. The professor's gone.
Of course you must go. That's a shame, darling. I'll have to receive the award without you.
I know, but there are 3 children there, and no one to stay with them. It would be their cook's night out. Look, Toddy, while I take Mrs. Quintana to the hospital, you ask the people next door to look after the children. Oh, better still, phone the matron to send somebody over.
Hello, operator. Connect me with General Hospital. What's that? Yes, it is an emergency. Thank you. Hello?
Good evening, General Hospital.
This is Dr. Hall speaking.
Dr. Hall, are you on our staff, Doctor?
Oh, no, young lady. My degree is academic, not medical. I wish to speak to anyone in charge of housing. Excuse me, boys. Gentlemen. I'm trying to use the phone.
Oh, he won't let me be Hopalong, and I shot him first.
I'm sorry, but, what did you say?
I asked Dr. Hall the name of the patient you're entering in general.
Oh, it isn't a patient, Mr. Brown. It's just 3 youngsters.
Was it an accident, Doctor?
Yes, it was an accident.
Any serious casualties?
Well,
I'm trying to tell you, Dr. Hall, that this is from one year's end to the next.
Well, please, boys! What was that again, Mr. Brown?
Were there any casualties, Doctor?
Well, from the sound of the lethal discussion that's going on here, I think I can promise at least 2.
I didn't quite get that, Doctor. Who were the victims?
Oh, a couple of guys named Cassidy.
Others?
Yeah, they must be. Look, Mr. Brown, I am Dr. Hall of Ivy College. I'm calling you as a last resort. Through entirely unavoidable circumstances, I was left to care for 3 children. I tried to get the matron, but she's gone to the movies.
Wait a sec, Doctor. Let me get this straight. You want General Hospital to babysit?
Well, I've tried everyone else in the phone book. I want just 1 room right now for 3 children so I can attend a most important function. Or better still, send a nurse who can take care of it.
David, Doc, we're filled up. Even got beds out in the hall, and there's not a spare nurse available anywhere. It's out of the question, see?
Yes, Mr. Brown, I see. Thank you.
Sorry, Doc.
I'm sorry, too, Mr. Brown. Terribly sorry. Well, gentlemen, boys, kids, quiet! Boys, I'm in a bad situation. I want to think. Now, will you please help me out? Please, partners.
Sure, help him out, Deadeye.
Thank you. It was just a phone call or 2. Operator, will you try the matron's office again, please? She must be back by now. No, boys, no lasso, please. No, not now. You twirl that rope very well, Hoppy, but don't lasso me until I finish this call. Hello.
Hey, Tuesday, loop him on the way by.
No, not now, please, boys. You can loop me later. Look out with that thing. Look out. Boys! Where did you get that, rope?
It was here.
Where?
Right here, on the floor.
Well, you didn't pull it out of anything, did you?
Sure, right out of the wall. And if you let go the other end of it, I'll show you some real roping.
It was a nice telephone. It was very clear. People sounded like they were in the next room. Good night, Mr. Sexton. Good night, Dr. Hall.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Here's how one man arrived at the same conclusion. We'll return to the halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman, as soon as we hear his story.
I'm an architect by profession and by inclination a professed booster of Schlitz beer. This latter enthusiasm is something I've just recently acquired, but It's as welcome as shade on a hot Saturday afternoon. That's the kind of a day it was when I went out to look over the completion of a house I designed in the suburbs. Everything was in but the owners, and my trip was sort of a final inspection before declaring the place ready for residency. I was scrambling around the roof, checking a few construction details, when I saw a car pull up and discharge my clients in full picnic paraphernalia. They had a basket of sandwiches with them and a pail filled with cans of beer on ice. With that eagerness of most prospective homeowners, they had come for a preview of suburban living, a picnic on the terrace of the house they were so anxious to make homes. And from above, I watched them break out the beer and, with a trained eye for detail, noted that the beer was Schlitz. I'd never tried Schlitz before, but the remedy for that lay just below me, on ice. I hailed the party from the roof and then climbed down to accept a can of Schlitz from the hands of my client. I'd heard that Schlitz was the largest selling beer in America, and as I tasted it, I knew why. As an architect, I have a professional man's respect for those who know their trade. As a draftsman, I can only say, no wonder they call Schlitz the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
With Dr. Hall desperately trapped with a dead telephone and 3 youngsters entrusted to his charge, we find a small but very formal meeting impatiently awaiting his arrival. Mr. Wellman is being just as destructive as usual, while Mr. Sexton and Mr. Merriweather try to make the best of a very bad situation.
From what I've learned of Dr. Hall, I feel sure that there must be extenuating circumstances which will explain...
Mr. Sexton, you are a kind and patient man. You are a man who tries to understand the weakness of his friends. You are a man...
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Clarence, turn it off. You know perfectly well something's happened to Dr. Hall.
Merriweather, your attitude is beyond my understanding. Don't you realize the importance of this meeting to Ivy?
Certainly I do. Better than you do, I think.
Gentlemen, one of the reasons that I picked Ivy for the George Sexton Endowment was that I had heard so much about the thoughtfulness, consideration, and humanity of its president. I'm sorry to say that none of these qualities have been in evidence since my arrival.
I am in complete agreement. Please bear in mind, however, Mr. Sexton, that the Board of Governors is a group of men who are definitely...
boiled in the stuffing of their own shirts.
This is no time for levity, Merriweather.
Well, I'm sure that Dr. Hall's absence can be explained. My time is limited. I feel that I've waited long enough. After all, there are such things as telephones. A message would have sufficed. If Dr. Hall's interest does not extend this far, then possibly I've made a mistake in choosing Ivy for this endowment. I suggest that we adjourn.
Mr. Sexton, please, why don't you stay in town overnight at my house?
In your house, Mr. Wellman? Well, that is kind of you, but no, thank you.
Oh, he'll be glad to take you home, Mr. Sexton. His broomstick's right outside.
Merriweather, really?
Oh, I know how you feel, Clarence. I don't feel so good myself. You're right, Mr. Sexton. Let's break it up.
I'll leave you here. I have my car and an errand to do. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Good night.
Are you still quite satisfied, Merriweather, with your choice of a president for Ivy? Your Dr. Hall has just cost us $250,000.
And until I've heard his side of it, he's worth it to this school.
I shall tell him my side of it now. I'll find him wherever he is. It is amazing to me how a man who has worked as hard for his money as you have, Merriweather, can have so little idea of the value of it.
Well, you see, we've spent our time in different ways, Clarence. While you've been learning the value of it, I've been testing the use of it. And I think I've made a few people happy with it. But I do want to congratulate you, my boy.
Oh, what?
For the one person you've made happy, Clarence. Yourself. Good night.
Oh, Victoria, thank goodness you're back.
Why couldn't you get anyone?
Look what Hopalong Cassidy did to the telephone.
Oh, how awful.
How's Mrs. Quincannon?
Oh, she's doing well, I think. When I inquired of her condition just before I left the hospital, the nurse said, we expect to pull through nicely.
Yes, it's remarkable, isn't it? No matter how badly off the patient is, the hospital always pulls through.
I never heard of a single case where a patient lost the hospital.
Vicky, Mr. Wellman just left here. I'm afraid that I'll never be able to convince him that this evening's unexpected turn was not a deliberate and diabolical plot on my part to overthrow philanthropists.
Oh, Toddy, what did that horrible old...
Vicky.
say?
Well, among other less delicate accusations, I am rude, selfish, and unappreciative. I will probably be asked to turn in my doctorate before cockcrow, collect my pay, and hit the road.
Surely after you explained why even Mr. Wellman could understand.
Victoria, if you boiled the shadow of a pigeon that had died from starvation, you would have a broth that is far richer than Mr. Wellman's understanding. I gather that Mr. Sexton shares Wellman's opinion of me.
I can't believe that from such a generous man.
Ah, my dear, one of the first things you learn in dealing with philanthropists, old or new, is that a generous hand isn't always indicative of a generous nature.
Yes, I know. Oh, I almost forgot. The children.
Oh, don't worry. I handled them with dispatch, even aplomb.
It's very quiet, William. You didn't use violence.
No, certainly not. No, after Hopalong had stormed the Alamo, I read to them. Oh, there were a few tense moments over the selection of reading material. Quincannon the Smaller, for instance, held out for the collected works of A.A. Milne.
Oh, no.
Yes, have you ever stood before an audience of 3 critical children and recited Christopher Robin goes hoppity, 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 hop?
You didn't.
I did. At the end of my rendition, Quincannon the Larger said, and I quote, "That stinks." End quote. Well, I'm afraid I agreed with him without reservation. At any rate, the final choice of comic reading material was left to me.
What was your choice, Uncle William?
A compendium of the satires of Aristophanes.
Aristophanes? Oh, is that your idea of a comic book?
Quincannon the Younger's question exactly. Victoria, Aristophanes was the very greatest of all the Greek comic writers.
I know.
Not only that, but when read aloud, his works have a sedative effect that is phenomenal. Less than 10 minutes after I started, 2 of the 3 children had wandered off to sleep.
William, you're wonderful.
It was nothing, really.
Nothing. It's the best idea I've heard in ages. Would you care to commercialize your talent?
Oh, I much prefer to rest on my laurels.
Oh, what a shame. Hardy?
What is it?
Who's that little boy peeping around the window chair?
Oh, he's the one even Aristophanes couldn't put to sleep.
Oh, isn't he a little love? Who'd he belong to?
I don't know. But I wouldn't be in the least surprised to find that he holds a card in the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elves. Vicky, have you noticed anything peculiar about me? I mean, my face is of average appearance. I don't classify it as handsome, yet I don't honestly feel that it would cause a startled reaction.
Now, what on earth is this all about?
It's that child.
What, a little bit of a boy? Oh, really? What did he do?
Not a thing. That's just it. For the past 30 minutes, that youngster has sat there, not moving, not saying a word, just staring at me.
Well?
Now, have you ever had a small child fasten unwavering eyes on you? It ruins you.
Oh, you're just overwrought with his disappointment over the endowment.
Oh, no, I'm not overwrought. I would rather face a lion in his den than the silent, unblinking stare of one small child.
No, you poor lamb. It's the one who can see you at all. Look, his eyes are glazed with sleep.
Well, that isn't my fault. I've ordered him to find a bed innumerable times. He paid absolutely no attention to anything I said. Every time I... Vicky, do my eyes deceive me? Or is that little boy actually coming towards me? What's he going to do?
Oh, look, he wants to get in your lap.
Well...
Help him, dear. Lift him up.
Well, I very well. There you are, young fellow. Up you go.
Don't look so alarmed, darling. You won't hurt you.
Oh, Victoria, please give me credit for at least a minimum of intelligence in regard to... Now, what do I do?
I don't think you have to do anything.
Well,
He's untalkative, isn't he?
admirably so. Ah, how peaceful it is now. I was thinking,
Of what, dear?
my speech. The one I didn't give in acceptance of the foundation Ivy didn't get. It was a nice speech. Mr. Sexton, it is with great humility that I accept this award in behalf of And in conclusion, sir, I thank you. Not for myself, although my appreciation is unlimited. Not even for the students who will benefit by your generosity. Their success will be your thanks. But for the very young, the small child like the one here on my lap, who will have the opportunity to grow up in a better world because of men like you.
No, Toddy. It's too sad Mr. Sexton couldn't have heard that. It was magnificent.
Yes, Dr. Hall, it was.
Well, thank you.
And I believe this is the first time I've ever given an endowment after an acceptance speech. But here you are, Doctor. Please accept my certified check.
I thank you, but you'll have to excuse me, sir, but I'm a little confused.
And I'm a bit tardy in introducing myself. My name is Sexton, Tobias Sexton.
Oh.
How do you do, Mr. Sexton? This is my wife.
How do you do, Mr. Sexton?
What brings you to the Quincannons, Mr. Sexton?
I came to pick up my son. I must confess that I never expected to find you as a babysitter, Doctor. But it gives me a nice, warm feeling.
Well, I don't mind telling you, I felt a little warm myself the earlier part of this evening. Not so much because of the predicament in which I found myself, but, well, because I regretted what must have seemed to you appalling rudeness. Did you say you came to pick up your son?
Yes. Mrs. Quincannon kindly offered to have her nurse take care of George for me during the meeting.
George? Oh, George A. Sexton, but of course.
I think I needn't have hurried back. He looks quite comfortable there on your lap, Doctor. That's most unusual. He's very shy.
Oh, you're George Sexton, little fellow. You've taken quite strongly to my husband, haven't you?
So have I, Mrs. Hall. Doctor, I hereby withdraw all the things I thought about you this evening when you didn't show up. It occurs to me again that there are some things that money can't buy.
Yes, there is a point where purchasing power stops.
You can't buy appreciation. You can't buy the tradition that exists here at Ivy.
No, but they can be given to you through your son. He'll be at Ivy, of course.
No, Doctor, I have other plans for George. He'll do all right, but he'll never go to Ivy.
Not coming to Ivy? But surely you want your son.
It's a good school.
I know that, Mrs. Hall. It's a fine school, but, well, there are other things that money can't buy. And I've spent thousands of dollars trying to buy them.
What things do you mean?
Hearing and speech, Dr. Hall. You see, George was born without speech or hearing.
Mr. Sexton, what you've done today will, I think, speak for him. And he'll hear it in his heart for the rest of his life.
I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everyone.
Be sure to see Ronald Coleman's latest picture, Champagne for Caesar. We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Willard Waterman, Herbert Butterfield, Charles Seals, Artie McGovern, Jeffrey Silver, Herbert Vigran, and Gene Vanderpyle. Tonight's script was written by Cameron Blake and Don Quinn. Our music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Matt Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Coming up, it's The Great Gildersleeve on NBC.
and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
If you like good beer, you'll find it pays to be curious and learn about Schlitz for yourself. And now, The Halls of Ivy.
That surround us here today, and we will not forget though we part
Welcome once more to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. It's an exceptionally warm, lazy, hazy Saturday morning. And most of the college staff members who live on faculty roll are using the sun and their free time to excellent advantage. Professor Quincannon is trimming a hedge. Professor Warren is transplanting some flowering quince. Professor Heaslip is weeding his lawn. And Dr. William Todhunter Hall, Ivy's president, is upstairs in his bedroom asleep. Now his English ex-actress wife, Victoria, cautiously enters the room.
Toddy? Toddy? You awake?
No.
But you just answered me.
What did I say?
You said you weren't awake.
You may consider that statement as absolutely correct. I'm not awake.
Then what were you lying there giggling for?
I've just been deprived of what might have been the most interesting dream.
Oh? Well, what was your dream? Well, it's a personal question, I know, but you were smiling so contentedly just before you woke up that I was a little suspicious.
Your suspicions are completely justified, my dear. As I remember, I was standing on a verdant hillside, basking in the warmth of the sun, when I glanced up and saw a bewitching, provocative maid with flaxen hair advancing towards me with an armful of flux.
The brazen hussy. What happened then?
Then disaster. I was awakened.
It's a good thing. I will not tolerate my husband dreaming of other women.
Other women? Why, Vicky, my darling, the maid in my dream was you. And what a delightful picture you made. And that flux. Where did you get that flux?
Where did I get that flaxen hair? That's Dr. Hall is the question.
To which I refuse to answer on the grounds that it is unfair, unethical, and because I have no answer. Now, why do you come stealing into my room to rob me of my slumber, my flower?
Well, don't you remember? It's D-Day.
Vicky, it is not D-Day. That was yesterday.
Yeah, I know. But you have a big red ring around today's date. And right below it is written, remember, another D-Day. Start early.
I made that notation?
But it's in your handwriting.
Oh, it must be a forgery. That start early phrase is completely out of character for me. I don't like to start things early. I temporize, delay, fidget, procrastinate, and then do things in a rush at the last minute, muttering that I work best under pressure. Which I don't, of course. What time is it?
Oh, it's almost 9.
D-Day. Dedication Day. Victoria, is there any special function going on at the college today? One that I might have forgotten?
No, dear, I'm quite sure there isn't.
Well, there's no point in worrying about it.
Well, it probably didn't mean anything.
D-Day. When's my next appointment with the dentist?
Next week.
That's good. How's the weather?
It couldn't be more perfect. Yeah, which reminds me, Mr. Weatherbee called. He asked if he could drop by a little later this morning.
Weatherbee?
Yeah. I told him you'd be delighted to see him.
Well, that was a gross untruth. I'll see him, but I refuse to be delighted. Did he happen to say who he is and what he wants?
Yeah, he's the father of Phillip Weatherbee, one of the students. He's up here visiting his son, and I think he just wants to see you.
All right, Vicky, I think I'll have breakfast.
Well, good. It's much too nice a day to sleep.
That is a fallacy. There is no day so nice that sleep isn't nicer. Yes, today I shall take mine ease in mine inn, to quote loosely from Shakespeare, who must be quite used to it by now. As of now, I have completely amputated ambition from my schedule.
D-Day. The doctor declines to disturb his day with drudgery.
Emaciation Day. Doomsday. Dog Day. Victoria, I am completely baffled. I have delved into every possible combination of words that start with D and go with day.
Oh, Toddy, forget it. I thought you weren't going to worry over that notation.
No, I'm not worried. I'm curious. I wonder if it might concern a donation. Well, isn't it early for callers?
It's probably Mr. Weatherbee. If it is, do you want to see him alone?
Oh, good heavens, no. I don't want to see him at all. But if I must, I...
Yeah, I'll show him in.
Let me see. Derby Day. Diabolic Day. Democrats Day.
Yes, Mr. Weatherbee.
How do you do, sir? It's a pleasure.
Will you have some coffee?
No, thanks. I'm a farmer, Mrs. Hall. Early to rise, early to eat. I hope this isn't too early to call.
No, indeed, Mr. Weatherby. I am an early riser myself.
I wanted to speak to you about my son, if you can spare me the time.
Plenty of time, Mr. Weatherby. Come into my study. You'll be more comfortable there.
Just about winds up the story, Doctor. It wasn't easy to give Philip a proper education, and all I want is for him to amount to something. Is that too much to ask for a son?
No, I wouldn't say so. It's a rather common request among parents.
As far as I'm concerned, Doctor, it's more than a request. It's a demand. Philip has a good mind, and I won't allow him to let rot while he breaks his back on a farm.
Well, some fairly agile-minded men have been farmers. Abraham Lincoln, for instance.
Abe Lincoln was also a lawyer, Doctor. Philip is studying law. That's a real profession. Farming isn't a profession, it's an obsession. Even if you want to escape your cat. It's got you, Doctor.
But look at what it gives in return.
Yeah, it gives you about 6 feet of itself for a final resting place. I don't want it for Philip, do you see?
Oh, yes, Mr. Weatherby, I do see. And it must have taken great determination for you to have labored hard at the work you loathed, to give your boy an education.
Well, I'm not complaining about that, but you see, he sent me a wire, Doctor. That's why I'm here.
Oh?
Said he had something to tell me. When I got here, he said everything was all right after all, and for me to forget it.
Then I would advise you to do just that, Mr. Weatherby.
No. No, something is wrong, Doctor. I know my son.
Yes, he asked me to say goodbye to you, darling, which I will now do with a kiss, thereby exceeding my instructions quite agreeably. There.
Well, thank you, Mr. Weatherby.
Vicky, do you know Phillip Weatherbee? Has he ever been here at the house?
Not that I know of. Why?
Well, something is evidently troubling the boy, and his father can't get at the bottom of it. I told him I would see Philip and, if possible, ferret out the difficulty. Will you remind me Monday?
I'll make a note of it now. As this is D-Day, we'll make Monday W Day for Weatherby.
That's right. You know, Victoria, sometimes it frightens me when I think of the sacrifices parents make to put their young through school. Now, this man digs down in the soil. He... Vicky.
What is it?
The soil. That's it. How could I have forgotten? Today is D-Day. Dahlia Day. Today is the day I plant my dahlia bulb.
Oh. You?
Of course, me. Dahlia Day is an old custom in the Hall family. It dates way back to last year. Let me see. I believe the bulbs are down in the cellar.
I thought you were going to rest today.
My dear Victoria, the good fresh air, the thud of spade against sod, the pungent odor of newly turned earth. These things all provide their own form of relaxation.
A likely story.
Ah, yes, it does a man good to work outdoors. It gives him a chance to breathe, to develop muscles.
To develop backache.
It takes a great deal of time and care to do this job right. No half measures.
No cutting corners.
That's right, no cutting... Oh.
Now what?
Young Weatherby, I just remembered who he is. Phillip Weatherbee cut his last class yesterday. Monday, he's going to be expelled.
Oh, no.
Yes. Apparently, Farmer Weatherby has just had a crop failure.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
We'll return to the halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman, in just a moment. But first, let's hear how a man whose job is to find out about things for the people found out something for himself.
I'm a research man with a large organization. One of those fellows who asks people questions to find out the why of things. As you might suspect, I'm not given to snap judgments. A few weeks ago, I had my first bottle of Schlitz beer at a social gathering. My immediate reaction was, here's the finest beer I've ever tasted. And I believe I'd heard someone say that Schlitz is the largest selling beer in the country. However, professional experience has made me wary of first impressions. And I'm not one to be swayed by impressive statements. So I decided that the proper thing to do was to purchase a case of Schlitz beer and conduct a thorough test, using myself as the subject. I did just that. I tried Schlitz while reading in the evening, after a round of golf, with a bedtime snack, and in my backyard hammock, while considering whether or not to mow the lawn. I have now finished my test and have evaluated the results. I have also finished that first case and have ordered a second. I believe that I can say without reservation, no wonder Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder Schlitz is the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Let's surround us here today.
Now, back to Ivy, where we find Dr. and Mrs. Hall out in their own backyard, busily engaged in affairs of the soil.
There. That should be enough for the trowel. Now, Vicky, do you have a ruler?
You don't need one, Doctor. You're every inch a gardener. But here you are.
Thank you. Don't be facetious, young lady. It's serious business. We dahlia growers take a great deal of pride in our work. Dahlia growing is a man's hobby. A woman just doesn't understand, see.
Maybe not. But a woman's hobby is man, especially when that man is her husband. And most especially when he's been kneeling on the damp ground for over an hour in an attitude of prayer, which will probably be answered with arthritis, rheumatism, housemaid's knee.
Vicky, please.
Just why have you been poring over that hole?
This hole, as you call it, is the aperture where the tuber rests. It should be no more, no less than 6 inches deep. Now, let's see by actual measurements just how closely I hit it. I'll take that ruler, and we'll just...
Darby, you did it. That hole is exactly 6 inches.
Oh, my dear, there's nothing. It merely takes a practiced eye, a steady hand, and a trowel with a 6-inch blade.
I'm proud of you. That's quite a trick.
No. The trick is to repeat this gargantuan feat at several properly spaced intervals.
Do you mean you've got to dig some more?
Well, certainly. This gaping earth wound is only sufficiently large for one tuber. I have 4 dozen. Vicky, you do like them, don't you? Dahlias?
Well, William, I'm beginning to realize that this may well ruin what has been a perfect marriage. But I'm afraid that if one came up and threw itself at my feet, I couldn't call it by name.
You mean that you're not familiar with this beautiful flower?
To put it briefly, Doctor, yes, I'm not.
Well, despite the fact that you've just committed a grammatical outrage by using a positive with a negative...
Oh, should I have said yes, I am, not?
You're only making it worse, my darling.
Yeah, let's talk about dahlias.
Well, there are several thousand varieties to choose from. They grow in size from dwarfs to giant 6-footers. They get impatient to take root at the first sign of maturity. They are heavy feeders and not the least bit fussy about the soil.
Say, that's pretty good, Doctor.
Oh, what's that?
Here I am, sir, over by the fence. Mind if I come in for a minute?
Well, not at all. The gate's over there.
Oh, I don't need the gate. I'll just bolt over. Hi, Mrs. Hall.
Hi. Where did you come from?
Oh, I was just going by. I saw you and Dr. Hall out here, and I was just curious. Doctor, do you mind if I ask, what are you doing?
I'm planting dahlias, young man.
On this side of the house?
What's wrong with this side of the house? Is there some superstition about it? Like planting potatoes in the dark of the moon?
Not enough sun. Dahlias thrive on it. Now you take the other side of the house.
I have no intention of taking the other side of the house. The soil is too poor.
Oh, well, your dahlias.
I'm of that opinion, too.
But if they were my dahlias, I'd plant them on the other side of the house.
Indeed.
If the soil isn't so good, you can fix that in a hurry.
I can I?
Sure. Just take a couple of handfuls of bone meal and work it into the ground. About 2 feet around the spot where each tuber will be planted ought to do it.
Is that so?
Well, sure. Come over here and I'll show you. Say, who takes care of this yard anyway?
Every gardener who comes once a week.
Well, I wouldn't call him a gardener, Mrs. Hall. Look at the Prunella vulgaris. What are you going to do about that, Doctor?
Well, I Victoria, suppose you tell the young man what we are going to do about the Prunella vulgaris.
We're going to get rid of it.
See, young man, my wife is quite an authority on gardening matters.
Yes, she is, Doctor. I'm just surprised that she hasn't gotten on that gardener's tip. I'm surprised she hasn't had him do something about it. That's a killer weed. It'll choke out your lawn. It ought to be sprayed.
Yes. I was just telling my husband he ought to go...
Victoria, yours may be just a chance laurel, but I would suggest that you rest on it, my dear.
Maybe you're right. I think I will. Have you any more suggestions, young man?
Well, No, I guess I've made too many already.
Oh, not at all. You've been most helpful. You appear to know a great deal about all this.
Oh, I dabble around in it. I take care of a few yards in town. It gives me a chance to get my hands in the dirt. I like to make things grow. Someday I'd like to have my own farm. Oh, not a big one, just enough land to grow some fruit, maybe some vegetables.
Are you in the School of Agriculture, Mr.
Weatherbee, Mrs. Hall. Phillip Weatherbee. No, not agriculture. I was in the School of Law.
But I still don't understand, Philip, why you allowed yourself to get in this predicament. If you had discussed the matter with your faculty advisor, he could have approached your father. This situation could have been helped.
I don't think so, Dr. Hall.
Here, let's sit down in the shade while Mrs. Hall is getting us something to drink. Yes, much better. Now, why don't you think so?
You don't know my father, Doctor. The minute I mention ag school, well, you just don't know.
Oh, I think I do know. Your father has his heart set on your becoming a lawyer. Isn't that right?
Right. When I was a little boy, he used to introduce me as my son, the future lawyer. All my life, I've heard nothing but law.
Well, he seemed to me to be a very sensible man.
Do you know my dad, Dr. Hall?
Yes, I do. He was here earlier today. He came because he was worried about you.
Yes, sir, I know. How did he take the news?
What news?
About my getting the boot. Expelled. Oh, I would have told him myself, but I didn't have the nerve.
Philip, I didn't tell your father.
You didn't? Why not, Doctor? He'll have to know.
Well, frankly, at the time he was here, the fact had slipped my mind. And, to be perfectly honest, I'm glad of it.
You are?
Yes, I think I see a way to solve this problem. If you're willing to take an entrance examination.
To get back in law? No, thank you, Doctor.
No, not in law. In the School of Agriculture. Are you willing?
Am I? Oh, brother.
In a sense, it would mean starting over.
Do you think I mind that, Dr. Hall? Why, I... Oh, what's the use? It won't work. If I studied to be a farmer, it would kill my father.
Well, perhaps I can do something, Philip, to persuade him. At any rate, I'll do my best. I'll call him right now.
Don't go on, Dr. Hall. I won't listen to it.
Well, I'm very sorry about that. It leaves me no other course than to expel him.
There are other schools, Dr. Hall.
Yeah, that's quite true. However, Philip's marks will hardly serve as a passport into any school. There are standards.
He can be tutored. This agriculture stuff is just some crazy kid idea that he's going to be a lawyer.
Mr. Weatherbee, I've been in what you might call the education business for a long time. I've seen literally thousands of youngsters suddenly come to a realization that they are headed the wrong way, and then make new starts. Your son, Philip, is one of them. One of the lucky ones. One who has, as they say in the ministry, heard the call. I think your son is a dedicated man. I doubt if you can erase the dedication.
If I don't, it won't be because I didn't make a stab at it. He thinks farming is high adventure, romantic. I've tried it, and I know he's wrong. I missed out. I don't want him to.
Would you care to explain how you missed out, Mr. Weatherbee?
Mrs. Hall, you're sitting near the bookcase. I notice you've got several bound volumes of Ivy annuals. Is there one there that includes the annual of 1920?
Well, yes, I believe there is. Wait, I look to be positive, but I can tell you definitely in a minute. Yes. Here it is, 1920.
Do you mind turning to page 263?
Not at all. There. I got it.
Those snapshots were taken in my freshman year at Ivy. Look down at the bottom of the page, Mrs. Hall, at the middle snapshot. Would you mind reading the caption under the picture?
Here. It says, Weatherbee is more fun than Tom Sawyer, but we doubt that he'll ever be a lawyer.
Well, I didn't realize.
You won't find my picture among the graduates. During my sophomore year, I left school by academic request.
Mr. Weatherbee, surely you're not going to force your son into the profession he despises simply because you made a mistake.
Dr. Hall, just because Philip has been wasting his time.
You have been wasting Philip's time, Mr. Weatherbee. It's the same thing as if my father had forced me to be a veterinarian, simply because he had always wanted to be one.
Now you're being ridiculous, Doctor. I can't imagine you as anything but a professor or a college president.
Can't you? Here, look. Here we are. Read this, Victoria. The caption under this picture.
William T. Hall. He'll get there yet. But horses alive, he ain't no vet.
It's a bit ungrammatical, I'll admit, but
Dr. Hall, you, a vet? Why, that would have been a terrible mistake.
Exactly, Mr. Weatherbee. Thousands of animals probably owe their lives to the fact that I took up teaching. You see my point about Philip?
Well, Yes. I think maybe I do.
It's a very comfortable chair, darling, and I am perfectly all right.
Not even a broken back from burying that one poor unhappy tuber.
No. I'm fine. Don't worry.
William?
Yes, dear?
Did you really take that that horse course? I remember you telling me about it before.
I've been sitting here thinking, aren't the verses under those annual pictures simply awful?
That doesn't answer my question.
What question?
Sardine, no.
Very well. I did not take a veterinary course. That's possibly why I never mentioned it. That was my cousin, William T for Terence, Hall.
Oh, you are a fraud.
No, not at all. If you recall, my dear, I didn't say that I had studied to be a vet. Mr. Weatherbee merely jumped to that happy conclusion.
Jumped? He was pushed.
Perhaps, yes. For the first time in his life, I found my cousin Terence to be useful. I might go so far as to say that I accomplished a difficult task by a relatively simple device. Terence Hall being one of my simpler relatives.
All's well that ends in the School of Agriculture, or to that effect. Yeah, I'm glad for young Philip.
Yes, although just between the two of us, I can't understand his choice.
Why, Dr. Hall, I'm surprised. This morning you spoke in glowing terms of work in a great outdoors.
Well, that was this morning. Since then, I've had painful reason to change my mind.
Now it comes out.
Yes, my dear.
You can get outside tomorrow and loosen up again. Aren't you going to plant another dahlia bulb?
Well, to put it briefly, my dear, and to quote an old friend, yes, I'm not. Let those who will be garden lovers while William sleeps beneath the covers.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Be sure to see Ronald Coleman's latest picture, Champagne for Caesar. We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Bill Thompson as Mr. Weatherbee and Conrad Benyon as Philip. Tonight's script was written by Cameron Blake and Don Quinn. Our music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. Here's exciting news for Ivy fans. There's a grand story about Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman and the Halls of Ivy in Look magazine, now on the newsstand. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Coming up, it's The Great Gildersleeve on NBC.
The Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Good beer, you'll find it pays to be curious and learn about Schlitz for yourself. And now, the Halls of Ivy.
The halls of ivy that surround us here today.
Welcome again to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. It's a quiet day, a day of contentment, if not fulfillment. Even the flies muffle their buzz in respect to the general repose. But judge not according to the appearance. In a dormitory, two students cramming for a final examination in calculus are engaged in a hot contest of canasta. A professor of philosophy has just scalded his throat with a boiling cup of tea. And in the tranquil home of Ivy's president, Dr. William Todhunter Hall, his wife Victoria, erstwhile leading actress of the London stage, is pacing the floor as though waiting for a first night curtain.
Toddy, is that you?
Hello, darling. Am I late?
No, but I just couldn't wait for you to get back today.
Well, why today more than any other day?
Because I have something for you that I think you've wanted for a long time.
Has there ever been a moment that you haven't had everything I've wanted for a long time?
Yeah, there you are. For Dr. Hall, with the compliments of Mrs. Hall.
Oh?
Well, go on. Unwrap it.
First, I'd like to make a little speech about how my gratitude runneth over.
You open it. Go on, do open it.
No. Yes. It looks like it's... and it is a book. Vicky.
You're welcome, Toddy.
Oh, but Vicky, how in the world... John Donne.
Is it really the first edition? I wasn't too sure.
Yes, it's the quarto. Look. Here we are. Look, the poems by J.D. with elegies on the author's death. London. Printed by M.F. for John Marriott and are to be sold at his shop in St. Dunstan's Churchyard in Fleet Street, 1633.
Yeah, it's what you wanted?
Oh, Vicky, my angel. I've been searching for this slim little treasure for some 15 years. I've accumulated enough dust from bookshelves both sides of the Atlantic to fill up the Pacific. I've ransacked every seductive cellar and attic, from the Hebrides to Halifax, and you... where in the world did you find it?
I don't think that's a fair question.
Why not?
Don't you know, darling, that every woman must have at least one secret to be a woman?
It's a hangover. I see. So it's none of my business. All right. Wheresoever, howsoever, and howsoever much I will thankfully receive. Forgive me, my darling. I haven't even kissed you for it. I'm entirely and everlastingly indebted. Again, and again, and again.
Ooh, Toddy. All that for just one little book. For Christmas, I'll give you Dr. Eliot's 5-foot shelf.
Well, there's more where that came from, but... Vicky, wait. Look, where's the poem I want? You know, it's somewhere near the... here it is. Yeah, do you remember? The Good Morrow. I wonder, by my troth, what thou and I did till we loved. Were we not weaned to... Unquestionably someone who hates love and poetry. Well, we'd have disposed of him in short order. Excuse me, darling. Hello, Dr. Hall speaking.
Hello, Doctor. This is Merriweather.
Oh, it's nice to hear from you, Mr. Merriweather.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to bother you, but I thought you should know that Clarence Wellman's in a tizzy again.
Again? Well, that's a chronic condition, isn't it?
Well, it's nothing that concerns you, Doctor, but whenever there's trouble, leave it to Clarence to tie it on your front steps. His bomb sight is permanently focused on your doorknob.
What now?
His cousin, George Maple.
You and the rest of the board appointed him college librarian. I wash my hands of it with a good, strong soap.
Yeah, well, it really isn't Maple.
Well, then, who is it and what is it?
Wellman says that there's a criminal rampant on the campus.
Well, in the first place, Mr. Wellman doesn't know the word rampant. And if he does, I'm sure he thinks they're trousers for lamb chop. Secondly, what has that got to do with Maypole? Or do you mean that Maypole is running rampant?
Well, it could be, Doctor. It could be. Well, it seems a brand new old book is missing from the library.
Oh.
According to Maypole, as reported by Wellman, this book is worth a lot of money. The college library got it with a new Breckenridge donation. Hasn't even been cataloged yet. Wellman's threatening to send for J. Edgar Hoover.
Mr. Merriweather, do you know the title?
Well, hasn't got it. He doesn't know a book of poems.
Well, the name of the author?
He couldn't have thought much of his stuff. He just signed his initials, J.D. Did Rockefeller ever write any poetry? Are you still there, Doctor?
Yes. I'm here, and then again, I'm not quite sure.
Well, I don't see how Wellman can possibly pin this on you, but I just wanted to let you know. Don't let him worry you, Doctor.
Oh, I'm not worrying about Wellman.
Good.
Thanks. Thanks very much, Mr. Merriweather. Goodbye. Victoria, in the first surge of excitement, I may have misunderstood you. You just brought me this book to look over. Was that it?
Well, no, silly darling, it's yours. I bought it just for you.
Yes, I understand. That is, I didn't misunderstand. You did buy this book?
Well, of course I bought it. I told you that. Well, are you bothered because I didn't tell you what I paid for it?
Well, it would help to know.
Well, then, I paid exactly 50 cents for it.
Ouch.
Well, what's the matter with that? Isn't it good?
Oh, good. My dear Mrs. Hall, the last list price on this rare and precious volume was $1,450. Why, Vicky, that's the first time I ever heard you whistle.
For $1,450, I just learned how.
Where did you get this remarkable bargain?
At the campus bookshop on the remainder table.
Would you mind if I called them?
Well, sure, should I?
Campus bookshop. Epsom speaking.
This is Dr. Hall.
Oh, good afternoon, Dr. Hall. May I help you?
I hope so. I'm calling in reference to a first edition of poems by John Donne.
Oh, my gosh. Pardon me, Dr. Hall, but that's all I've been hearing all day. Between Mr. Wellman and the maypole, you think I stole that book. They've been on the phone every 5 minutes since noon. Now they're even threatening to search my shop.
I see. Then you've never had it in your store?
Oh, heavens, no. Not that I wouldn't have loved it for myself. And I know how much you've always wanted, Dr. Hall.
Yes, I have.
Oh, you must feel very badly about all this.
Yes, I do.
Well, for your sake, I hope they find the book.
For my sake? Oh, yes. Well, thank you very much, Miss Remsen. Goodbye.
I did buy it there, Toddy, no matter what he said. I bought it there this morning.
Yes, of course you did, my dear.
Now, look, darling, I'm not a child, so you might just as well tell me what's going on. It all started with that telephone call from Mr. Merriweather, didn't it? Well, come on, Toddy, come on, I can take it.
By a remarkable coincidence, a rare book has disappeared from the Ivy Library.
Oh. A first edition of poems by John Donne, which I bought at the campus bookshop today, only they never had it?
That is approximately the situation. You must face the truth, Vicky. This is a hot book.
Well, does that make me an accessory after the fact or something?
If you are an accessory, my dear, you're the most indispensable one since the self-starter.
You would defend me, I know.
But you remember who sold you the book?
I don't know his name. It was a young boy. He must be new at the bookstore. I don't think I've ever seen him there before.
Well, by some agency, whether natural or supernatural, this book was transported from the library to the bookshop where you found it. And we'll have to return it at once. At once. And with an apologetic footnote to the good Dr. Dunn. Seek not to learn for whom the cash register tolls, Doctor. It tolls for thee.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
We'll return to the halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman in just a moment. But first, let's hear how one man turned an idle moment into an ideal experience.
Well, I'm a member of that large fraternity, the Tired Businessmen of America. It's not a club anybody can get in, and although there are certain qualifications. Take mine. I've worked hard all my life, haven't had a vacation in 5 years. And my wife keeps telling me I don't know how to take it easy. And she's right, of course. Or at least she was. Things have been different the last few weeks. Lately, when I get home from the shop, I've been finding a bottle of Schlitz beer next to my favorite chair. That's the little woman's subtle way of getting me to slow down. And by George, it works, too. I remember the first night she put out the Schlitz beer for me. I came home after a pretty rugged day with everybody wanting their orders at once and 4 of my men home ill. I was dead tired, and you don't know how good that bottle of Schlitz looked to me right then. I sat down in the chair, kicked off my shoes, and put on my slippers, and then poured myself a tall glass with a good collar on it. I took a man-sized swallow, then leaned back and let that fine Schlitz flavor roll around on my tongue. Well, if I hadn't known that Schlitz was the largest selling beer in America, I'd have known that it deserved to be. And by the way, if you want to see a picture of a man who knows how to ease up and enjoy himself, drop around my place before dinner some evening. I'll be sitting there with my bottle of Schlitz. There'll be one for you. And you can join me in saying, no wonder they call Schlitz the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
We find them preparing regretfully to return their precious first edition to its rightful owner, the Ivy College Library.
Toddy, the binding's falling apart. We could take it back page by page.
No, darling. All or nothing. Just blindfold me, tie my hands and arms, tuck John Dunn under my elbow, and we'll be on our way.
Shall I untie you so you can answer the door, dear?
Oh, no, you remain seated, Mrs. Hall, just in case it's Wellman.
I could swallow the evidence leaf by leaf.
$1,450 worth, A rich dish. Come in.
Good afternoon, Dr. Hall. I'd like to talk to Mrs. Hall for just a minute. It's terribly important.
Oh, you sound important, Miss
I'm Tucker Milser. I'm a freshman.
I'd never have guessed this. Come in, Tucker. Vicky, Mr. Tucker Mills to see you.
Why, William, this is the boy in the bookshop.
Please, Mrs. Hall, could I speak to you privately? I mean, personally, on business?
I would have to be obtuser than I am not to perceive and act upon a hint as broad as that.
Please excuse us, William.
I'll take a long stroll into my study, and I want to look up a word, obtuser, as a comparative adjective.
Mrs. Hall, do you remember you bought a book from me this morning?
Indeed, I do.
I'll give you $1 for it.
Tucker, I only paid 50 cents. I wouldn't want to make a profit. It was a purchase, not an investment.
Will you take 50 cents then?
It isn't mine to sell. I gave it to someone else.
Oh. Well, do you think you could get it back?
I doubt it.
Would you tell me who it is? Maybe I can make a deal for $1.50.
Well, why are you so anxious to buy this book back, Tucker?
Oh, a friend of mine wants it.
Well, a friend of mine has it. A very dear friend.
Well, there's got to be a way. There's just got to.
Well, if it means so much to you, perhaps if you explain to Dr. Hall.
Oh, that's all I need. The prez.
Dr. Hall may have his forbidding aspects, but he's really a rather wise and compassionate man. And besides, he's the one that has the book now.
Oh, I'm cooked. Gee, I didn't want to tell you, Mrs. Hall, but you're in awful trouble.
I am?
And I got you into it. Do you know what that book was that you bought from me?
Yes. A first edition of poems by John Donne.
Why didn't you tell me? If you know what it was, why did you let me sell it to you for only 50 cents? Gee, it's worth an awful lot more than you paid for it.
I know. I'm told it's worth almost $1,500.
What? Oh, brother. Who told you that?
Dr. Hall.
I'm dead.
Yes, darling.
A young man just died.
So I see.
He's quivering with rigor mortis. To coin a medical novelty.
Dr. Hall, I didn't do a thing, but now I've got you all into a mess, and I wish I'd never taken that darn job.
Now, sit down. Vicky, would you scare up a snack for Tucker?
Sure, he looks a little weak. Vitamins coming right up.
Now go ahead, Tucker. What were you saying?
Well, I work for the campus bookshop. This morning they sent me to the library to pick up some duplicate books. You know, whenever the library gets a new shipment, they weed out the shelves and sell all the extras to the store, and we put them on the bargain table. Well, there was a whole pile of them in the library office today, so I just took them. Nobody can blame me for that, can they?
Oh, it's always possible to blame anybody for anything. That's why the index finger is slightly curved. It points around corners. When did you find out that you'd taken the John Donne along with the others?
Oh, when Mrs. Hall picked it out. It was such a beat-up book, it didn't look worth 50 cents. And that's why I noticed it. Then when Mr. Empson started yelling about a valuable old book by John Donne missing from the library, I just ran here as fast as I could. I didn't want to make any trouble for Mrs. Hall.
Well, thank you. I can still make my entrances on cue. Here you are, boys. No tipping, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Vicky, Tucker here has just vividly described the peregrination of a particular book which has put us all in a kind of a pickle.
Well, you can read it with relish, Doctor.
Well, it's all very simple, Tucker. Mr. Maypole will understand when we explain what happened.
The Maypole? He'll never understand. He hates me.
Oh, then it isn't so simple. Why does he hate you?
Well, I used to work for him at the library. One day I found a book he'd misplaced, and he never forgave me. Then when Professor Cameraman asked him for a book, Maypole said it wasn't in the library, only I found it in the stacks. And I got fired for that, and I thought I was doing him a favor.
Well, when you help somebody like Maypole, you often expose him. Oh, don't worry, Tucker. I'll return the book to the library myself. And Maypole need never know you had anything to do with the matter.
Gee, you can't do that, Dr. Hall. I got you into this, and besides, the book's really yours now.
I think we should have that door removed and the 10-cent turnstile installed. I'll get it.
Tucker, I told you Dr. Hall would understand.
He's a great man, Mrs. Hall.
Oh, Mr. Wellman. Mr. Wellman!
Uh-oh. You don't have to shout, Dr. Hall. May I come in?
Yes, of course, Mr. Wellman. Come in. Come in, Mr. Wellman!
Quick, Tucker, let's find a foxhole in the kitchen.
Mr. Wellman, I'm honored.
This is not a social call, Dr. Hall. I thought you'd be relieved to know that the thief has been found.
Oh? What did he steal?
Didn't Merriweather call you, or is it so unimportant that it has already slipped your mind, Dr. Hall? A rare volume was stolen from the library.
Oh, yes, the John Donne.
The thief is one of the students, Tucker Mills.
Well, what makes you...
He has a bad record. My cousin had to fire him from the library. He's been working recently at the campus bookshop and was seen in Maypole's office this morning when the book disappeared. The police will soon pick him up.
And I assume it's out of my hands. Well, thank you, Mr. Wellman, for taking the trouble to relieve my mind.
Your mind? Oh, yes. Bye, Dr. Hall.
Well, come out, wherever you are.
Has that Cossack gone, Bobby? Come on, Tucker. The coast's clear.
Weather still cloudy. Small storm ahead, I'm afraid.
Gee, Dr. Hall, I'm terribly sorry. I better give myself up and just tell the truth.
Oh, I believe in the truth, too, Tucker, but if Wellman and Maypole have their way, and they must have it to clear up Maypole's blunder, you'd have your day in court, and I've no doubt that justice would eventually prevail. But in the meantime, what about your term papers? Your final examinations, you'll miss all of that. Who's going to make up for it? For all of truth, you'll still pay a penalty, and that would be very unfair.
Gee, Doctor, and besides that, I'm causing you an awful lot of trouble.
Oh, you weren't the cause, Tucker, but you could be the innocent victim. And you will be unless we find a way to silence Wellman and Maypole. For instance, if the missing book were to be found in the presence of witnesses right on Maypole's desk where it was all along, or should have been, well, then I think they'd be glad to let the matter drop.
Who's going to put it there?
I'll toss you for it.
Oh, you got to a two-headed nickel. You always win. Not a maypole in sight. We're in luck. Put the book on his desk. Quick.
It's done. Excelsior.
Never mind, dear. I'll keep looking for another one, and someday I'll find it. Maybe at an old rummage sale or the cut-rate drugstore somewhere.
You know, Vicky, so often the end of a search is the beginning of disillusion. But I remember one occasion when it was the beginning of everything.
When was that?
Oh, not too many years ago in London. I, usually so full of words, in an excess of adoration, sought another voice. I rushed you to the British Museum Library, found the volume I wanted, so that another might speak my heart for me. You remember the quiet of that library as I read to you from John Donne? I wonder by my troth what thou and I did till we loved.
William, you always part your hair on the right side.
Yes. Shall I start over?
And does the iris in your eyes always flash little sparks?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry, darling. Go on.
I wonder by my troth what thou and I did till we loved. Were we not weaned till then? But sucked on country pleasures childishly? Or snorted we in the seven sleepers' den? 'Twas so. But this all pleasure's fancies be. If ever any beauty I did see, which I desired and got, 'twas but a dream of thee. And now, good morrow to our waking souls, which watch not one another out of fear, for love all love of other sights controls, and makes one little room an everywhere.
Makes one little room an everywhere.
Excuse me, sir. If you two are going to make a commotion, you'll have to leave this library.
Oh, my good man, are you calling love a commotion?
Who is speaking of love, sir?
What else is there to speak of, sir? And if you insist on making a commotion about love...
Toddy, I'd love to make that kind of a commotion if you could drag yourself back from wherever you are. And wherever it is, I'd like to be there, too.
You always are, my dear.
Dr. Hall. Mrs. Hall.
Mr. Maypole.
I'm sorry I wasn't here in my office to greet you. I left for a moment to check with the police department.
Oh, are you on probation for something, Mr. Maypole?
Of course not. You know what has happened?
Well, I've heard disturbing rumors that you lost a very valuable book from the Breckenridge collection.
Lost? Lost, indeed. Dr. Hall, it was stolen.
What was stolen, Mr. Maypole?
A first edition of John Donne. I thought you knew.
John Donne? I saw it here a minute ago. Where was it? Here we are. You mean this?
What? Dr. Hall, where did you get this book?
Why, I just picked it up from your desk here.
It wasn't there. It couldn't have been. I tore this place apart. I know it wasn't there. In fact, I know who took it.
Couldn't you have made a mistake, Mr. Maypole?
I never make a mistake. I know who had this book.
Oh. Then you knew I had it.
You?
I bought it.
You?
I bought it for Dr. Hall for 50 cents.
50 cents? You couldn't have.
But I did. I bought it at the campus bookshop.
But how did it get to the campus bookshop?
Well, perhaps the answer is that you left a very valuable piece of merchandise lying on top of a pile of discards.
The boy stole it.
Now, why should a boy steal something worth almost $1,500 and sell it for 50 cents? Particularly when he didn't make a cent for himself.
I'll talk to dear Mr. Wellman about this.
Do by all means. I hardly think that your cousin, who is at least a good businessman, would approve of such ineptitude.
This is a trick, Dr. Hall.
No, Mr. Maypole, just a full, if somewhat eccentric circle. We should be grateful the circle is now completed. But I don't think the Board of Governors would find it very funny if they knew that the custodian of such valuable treasures as this didn't know a first edition from a duplicate.
Oh, Dr. Hall, in all my years, I've never been accused.
In all your years and in all the years to come, Mr. Maypole, you should be everlastingly indebted to one person, my wife. If she hadn't bought this book, somebody else might have come along and bought it, and then where would you have been? Good afternoon, Mr. Maypole.
Honey, you're magnificent. Didn't you switch our plans around a little? Or you told Maypole the real story. He didn't deserve to know the truth.
I couldn't help myself, darling. I'm a lazy man, and I've always found the truth so much less effort than evasion. You know, sometimes Vicky.
What is it?
Something awful has happened. We've got to go back to the library.
But, Toddy, are you all right? What is it?
George Maypole owes you 50 cents. I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Champagne for Caesar. We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. Friends, Look magazine, now on the newsstand, carries a wonderful story about Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman and the Halls of Ivy. It's called Ronald Coleman Becomes a College President. When you read it and see the interesting pictures, you'll know why the Colemans fit so convincingly the roles of Dr. Hall and the charming Vicky. That's Look magazine on the stands now. Other players in our cast tonight were Willard Waterman, Herbert Butterfield, Rolf Sedan, Sidney Miller, and William Tracy. Tonight's script was written by Barbara and Milton Merlin and Don Quinn. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.